At Tyson Foods, we're on a journey that is grounded in heritage and humility while embracing ambition and growth. We are transforming into a different kind of food company with unparalleled capability that spans agriculture to dining culture. And while the value of our company has grown substantially in the past few years, we are just getting started. We are disciplined and focused operators. We manage capital thoughtfully and courageously. We are dynamic entrepreneurs, innovators, and brand builders. These are essential elements of who we are and what we do, but alone they do not explain Tyson Foods. We're a food company, we're a family, and we're taking a big step forward. The entrepreneurial spirit that fueled our founders fuels us. We feel and embrace a responsibility to create a better future. To do so, we must acknowledge that the world is changing. The people, customers, markets, and technology of tomorrow will not be the same as they are today. As our world grows, challenges are becoming more complex and opportunities are taking new forms. The basics of life, like good food and enough resources, are not givens. They must be preserved, reimagined, and created simply and ambitiously at a meaningful scale. The world is changing and so are we, not simply reacting to change, but embracing it so we can thrive within it. It is time for us to think differently about the role Tyson Foods plays in our world. To inspire our next chapter and guide our team, we have defined a new purpose for our company. A purpose that unifies how we do more than our part to ensure the world thrives, while also constantly pursuing growth to ensure Tyson Foods thrives. At Tyson Foods, we make real, accessible, and inspiring food. We do it sustainably, creatively, and transparently at a scale that matters, because Tyson Foods exists to raise the world's expectations for how much good food can do.
And good evening and welcome to the Worthy Road Studios broadcast of the scrimmage game of USJ and Peabody. This is going to be a slobber knocker of a contest. These two teams met last year and they had a knockdown, drag-out scrimmage game. It's a beautiful, supposedly pre-fall afternoon, I guess you would call it. It's a little hot. It's a good day for football and a good night for football. And you can catch this game with Worthy Road Studios, but we're going to give you the official good evening and welcome to the BallGame Blitz TV show produced by Worthy Road Studios on Peabody Golden Tide Football Facebook. I'm Coach Joe Holloway, your announcer for the evening. And, of course, you're used to hearing Dan Hughes, one of my old basketball broadcast partners, and Terry Clement, one of the finest young color men coaches, and he's a pretty fair basketball and volleyball and baseball official, too. Our announcers for USJ are Seabass and Chuck Walker. They'll be your regular season announcers, just like Dan and Terry will. Those BallGame Blitz page games will be broadcast to USJ High School on their Facebook page, the USJ Facebook page and the Peabody Facebook page. And again, because you're not used to this voice calling Peabody or USJ games other than baseball for when Jack Peel was the coach at USJ, but I'm Coach Joe Holloway. We'll be play-by-play and color tonight. Now, when we go to Jackson Christian, David Wade, who will be the color announcer, one of the finer officials. Dave's not with us tonight. At Trinity, we've got one of the greats of all time, Diamond Dave McCulley, and at Union, the one and only, the venerable one, Steve Beverly, and he does, I believe Steve could call a mumbly peg match, if you know what that is. Steve has done boxing and every other sport available, and I wouldn't be surprised if he can't do mumbly peg. Tonight is a training broadcast, so remember that. We are training our young people. They're going to be great. They're getting better every time they touch the dials and stuff. So a little patience, and all good things come with time and patience. So give them a break on things as they learn, and you may hear some comments, and we may be helping them with suggestions during this broadcast. But the reason we're training them now is so you can get the best in regular season football coverage at Peabody, USJ, Jackson Christian, and, of course, Union University. And broadcast with the BallGame Blitz. TV shows are always produced by the best production company in West Tennessee, Worthy Road Studios. And our executive producer of all of our schools and all the sports, including boxing, as I told you before, is none other than one and only Paul Schultz. And he does a great job. He's here with us tonight. He's going to be doing a lot of teaching tonight. And I'm going to tell you what, wished we could get him in the classroom. Now, I need to tell you about this. This is not the normal pregame show like you do, but you need to know these facts. Our producers tonight, great people, Christopher Reasons, Stephanie Janda. Christopher's going to be producing all the Peabody football, so you folks out at home, even though we can't hear you, give him a hand, Peabody fans. And also, Stephanie will be producing Jackson Christian School broadcast as well as Union University volleyball. And Jackson Christian people, there'll be a few, but their game with Dyer County tonight has been moved back to Jackson Christian because it could be played on the AstroTurf. Rained a lot up at Dyer County, and they couldn't get it. But you folks that are listening, you give her a big hand, and she's going to give you coverage like you've never seen before. Now, also directing tonight will be Corey Moore and Ashley Janda. Corey is a Peabody senior this year and will direct Peabody football games as well as be valuable camera operator at Union University. Ashley will be directing the Jackson Christian School sports. That means she'll be doing the baseball and the softball also in the spring, which I will be back for that. Brian Bullard's going to do the basketball this year while I take a little break and help another school out, not in broadcasting, but I am actually the assistant athletic director somewhere now, and that's at Clarksburg. But anyway, Ashley will be there, and she's a sophomore at West Carroll High School, another one of our fine high schools in the region. Assistant directors, replay operators, and they are important. Olivia Barlow and Adrena Hicks. You better take care of those people if you want to see a great play over again. They're going to be here for you. Olivia is a sophomore at Peabody High School and will be with Peabody Broadcast this year. Adrena will be helping out with USJ Sports, and Adrena is a sophomore at Milan High School. Camera operators tonight is Billy Bolin and Eric. And, Paul, you didn't feel – I'm going to tell off on Paul now. We're honest here. Inman. Oh, that's a good name, like my buddy Larry Joe Inman that used to coach. All of our BallGame Blitz TV broadcasts are available to watch in high definition on Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel, and folks, take advantage of that. We have folks from all over this country and sometimes out of the country that watch these broadcasts. Please support our advertisers, because without advertisers, you know this, there is no TV, there's no radio, there's no nothing. But support them. Tell them you appreciate them bringing your schools teams, games to the broadcast, and appreciate Worthy Road Studios. High-quality broadcasts there are, and without these advertisements, there'd be no crews to bring you these broadcasts. Now, this pregame show, even though it is a little unusual the way we have started it, is brought to you by Tyson's Foods, and they are so kind to sponsor the pregame show. And, of course, now in a scrimmage like this, and I'll tell you more about what's happening in the scrimmage in a minute, there won't be any starting lineups brought to you, but McLean Power Systems will bring you some starting lineups when the regular season games start. You can see our replay sponsor is Siler Thornton Insurance with locations in Trenton and Dyer. The corner logo sponsor tonight, one of them, is Elite Dental with locations in Trenton and Jackson. They do great work. Corner logo sponsor, Eddie's Pharmacy. Good, friendly place to get your pharmaceuticals. And, of course, Dynamics. They take care of athletes. They take care of more than athletes, but they care about you. Dynamics, great institution. Corner logo sponsor, and there's four of them. Obviously, there's four corners. I learned that about 60 years ago in geometry. My teachers questioned whether I learned anything or not. Anderson Furniture and Floor Coverings. Go by and holler at all those. First down sponsors. Amy Greer of State Farm, and, of course, touchdown sponsor, Christian Family Medicine. First quarter is sponsored by Duncan's Pharmacy. Second quarter, Trenton Health and Rehabilitation. Third quarter is Anderson Furniture and Floor Coverings. Fourth quarter would be H&R Agri-Power, your Case International Harvester Farm dealer. Halftime is the Gibson County Utility District, and halftime highlights is brought to you also by the Lee Hayes Memorial Foundation. Some great sponsors. Please, again, go back and see them. Now, here in just a moment, Trenton Peabody has left the field, and they don't have the yard markers out, which is traditional. Now they have the white painted on lines, all that, and some of you are probably seeing USJ warm up as they go through. Now they probably will run a tempo offense if you've seen USJ before. Some of their offense will be like they were last year. They did lose their starting running back, Steele Haynes. We'll tell you about Peabody a little bit, but since they were out there, we thought Berkeley Pettigrew is going to open at quarterback for them. They'll get everybody a lot of work. It is a hot night. Tell you what we're going to do. Worthy Road Studios and USJ and Peabody are going to take a timeout here on the scrimmage game.
Believe it or not, insurance has become one of the largest parts of most family budgets. How many times have you thought to yourself, man, that seems expensive? At Seiler Thornton Agency, we represent several different insurance companies, so we have the flexibility to shop your coverages and find the best value. Seiler Thornton Agency has been taking care of insurance needs in Gibson County for over 20 years. We are proud to be a Trenton business, and we love to support the Peabody Golden Tide. Call us today or stop by for a free quote. Seiler Thornton Agency. Our business is you.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Eddie and Clint Sturgeon have been serving Trenton for over 30 years and at the current location for 13 years, offering 2 drive-through windows, free delivery, after-hours emergency service, and vaccinations. It's almost flu season, so it's time for your flu shot. I know nobody wants either one. The flu shot takes less than 5 seconds, but the flu lasts for a week. So take your shot or take your chances. You can get the flu anywhere, but get your flu shot at Eddie's Pharmacy. No appointment needed for either one.
And we're back here for preseason football, a big scrimmage game tonight, which will be under game conditions, except they'll go through and punt the ball, but it's wherever the punt receiver catches it is where the team will start. There will be no returns, and I'm sure before the night's over they'll do the same thing basically with the extra points with very little or no rush at all, probably no rush. You don't want to get somebody hurt. The important thing is make those blocks, get those things going, and let's tell you a little bit about the teams tonight. Last year, Peabody was 11-2 overall, 5-0 in the district, and the Golden Tide look to continue their dominance in the area. They did not win the state last year, but lost in the semifinal round. One step away from it. Really hard-fought game. Great for fans. It drives coaches nuts when that happens. Of course, Michael Strapp brings his team in. 2021 record was 9-3 overall, 6-0 in the district. Dominance again. They went undefeated in the district. Jackson Christian was runner-up in that district. An undefeated record of 6-0 makes them a very promising team. They have a lot of people back. I told you earlier, they lost Steele Haynes and a couple other young men. They lost their fine kicker, Pledger, but they had an impressive points per game record of 37.3 per game. They also had a great defensive unit. We'll tell you more about them as we go through it. Let's go back, though, and talk to you a little more about Peabody. Coach Shane Jacobs, one of the finest young men I know, good administrator. I have coached with Coach Driggers and Coach Tab Val, and my wife told me that I shouldn't come home tonight if I didn't speak to Tab Val. Her family's farm and his family's farm are really close to each other, up a little south of South Fulton, but both teams with great coaching staffs. Tell you about some more of USJ's as we go through here. But in the Peabody scored around 37.5 points a game last year, and they only allowed 14.5. So as far as you look at the scoring and stuff, two evenly matched ball clubs there. And that was a 23-point differential that Peabody had against their opponents. Peabody wants to dominate the offensive side of the ball and play suffocating defense. A lot of quickness on both teams well coached. And, of course, we will see some of the finest talent in the state right here. And some of my friends can't remember that they can't call me during a football game, and they don't listen very well. So because my notes are on my iPhone, so it has to be on. We'll probably have to turn the ringer down a little bit, but we'll tell you about some more of these players, and we'll talk about some players that are in the area. I was just looking over tight ends and things like this. As far as wideouts and people like that, USJ has a junior named Jace Barkdale. He caught 40 passes last year, very outstanding young receiver. And, of course, they have a running back named Finch that is pretty good. He wears number 31, Kevin Finch, and he took the place of Steele Haynes. And let's see. And we're going to take a timeout, and when we come back after this timeout, we'll have more USJ and Peabody football.
Anderson Furniture and Floor Covering would like to thank the people of Gibson County for allowing them to serve you for 70 years. During football season, there's never a better place to be than sitting in your recliner watching the game. Come visit Anderson Furniture and Floor Covering, 110 High Street in Trenton, and check out the large collection of furniture and floor coverings. Good luck and roll Tide!
Trenton Health and Rehabilitation is a newly renovated 4-star facility in Trenton. It is the only Eden and Bronze facility within 200 miles of West Tennessee. Trenton Health and Rehabilitation offers skilled and long-term services. There is a nurse practitioner in the facility 5 days a week who works in conjunction with the doctor. Virtual providers are also available. You can call at 855-4500. Trenton Health and Rehabilitation is located at 2036 Highway 45 Bypass South in Trenton. Come visit us for your rehab needs.
H&R AgriPower is your local Case IH dealer in Trenton, Tennessee, and a proud supporter of the Golden Tide.
And we are back. The sun is so bright it calls them sunny. No, that's teasing about that bad joke. But my monitor, I can barely see it, so you have to trust my old aging eyes here. Now for Trenton Peabody, there's a senior I want you to watch, Jacob Albee. He had 39 tackles, 28 of them are solo. Now that's something else. He blocked a punt last year, forced a fumble or two, got a couple of sacks, got some interceptions. And a very busy young man he was last year. Also, we need to keep an eye out for some of the other players here, like Derek Key. Derek Key had 47 tackles. He was all West Tennessee. Derek is an outstanding defender. He had 4 tackles for loss. If memory serves me correction, he also picked off 3 passes, recovered a fumble. He sacked a guy Actually, he forced 1 fumble and recovered 3. So, man, oh, man, you want to watch for Derek Key. Now, Albie's number is 6 that you want to watch for, and Derek Key is number 9. You want to keep an eye on those 2 numbers. Now, here's a young man I don't want you to forget either, Kyle Wade. He's a senior. 35 tackles, 22 of them solo last year. So don't forget to watch for him. And on USJ, you definitely want to watch defensively, and he will play some offense. A young man by the name of Riley Seals. He's a senior. He had 30 tackles, 18 solo, 8 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, 2 fumble recoveries He has an offer right now from UT Martin that I know about and probably will get more. He can also play H-back on offense. Now, those are not all the kids that you're going to see and hear about are young men. They're young men now. They're not kids. Forget that kids tag. They are young men. DeHaan, don't forget about him. Isaac DeHaan, 6'2", 295, and very fine young men. He graded out at 90%. He was named to the All-West Tennessee team last year. I haven't said much about running backs and things like that, but remember, Sam Drigger's opening at quarterback, very efficient young man, and Berkeley Pettigrew for USJ, another very efficient young man. We'll see if it's the battle of the tempos. Both will run a version of spreads or pistol offenses, depending on how you want to use the terminology. And I know most of y'all are used to Dan Hughes' terminology, and the USJ people will get reintroduced to Seabass this year, as you will get the finest in broadcast at both schools with replays. And and while I'm talking to you, I'm also going to ask my man Paul Schultz if he can get me a little bit of darkness on my screen. I cannot see the replays on the screen. And son, I'm afraid the son and I are both lined up right together. We're also making adjustments. Paul is the master of adjustments. He's like a good quarterback on offense or a good coach making adjustments at halftime and stuff. And the referees are here. Like I said, this will be a game-like scrimmage, just no rushing the punter. We will rush the quarterbacks. We will tackle full speed. The sideline markers, so we won't have as much in the way of knowledge of who has got who as far as lines and yardage. We'll tell you when the touchdowns. We're going to try to work and use our drive chart, but this will be by regular rules as far as everything except for the odd kicking situations. And you're going to like this scrimmage. It will be replayed on YouTube. And I must do this. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or further use of this contest without the express written consent of Worthy Road Studios is prohibited. This broadcast is copyrighted. Again, we've got the great squads, the coaching staffs. Shane Jacobs, principal and head coach. Assistant coaches, Jason Driggers, Jay Taylor, Tab Val, Paul Hudson, Steve Mathis, Ben Jachara, Justin Truitt, Jake Ramsey, and Tyler Scott. His middle school head coach replacing the great Mickey Marley is Jacob Edwards. He's assisted by Daniel Hodges, Frank Hodges, Dan DeHaan, and Robert Weber. And, of course, you'll get your stats and video from Terry Brown and Dan DeHaan for Peabody. Now, let's tell you about Michael Strapp, who has a very good coaching record. He also serves as their offensive coordinator. Last year they had Tommy Browder, and, of course, Tommy passed away during the season, and people say a little prayer for Tommy's family, even though that happened that long ago. Tommy's a good man. His assistant coaches, I've worked with him before. He's been a head coach. He's been an assistant. He was a college coach, and that's Jim Hardegree. A relative, so to speak, by marriage, Bryce King, also coach there. Mike Jones is the defensive coordinator. Kyle Williams, whose uncle is one of my good friends. Bill Hamilton is an assistant coach. Spencer Nelson, the baseball guy. Nick Stamper, who's also assistant athletic director, is an assistant. Drake Smith, Anthony Sawyer, Cameron Hollingsworth, and Andre Atkins, Dylan Simmons. assistant coaches. You see both coaching staffs well filled with people. The middle school coaches give help and assistance. Of course, Peabody's colors are black and gold. The colors for USJ are blue, scarlet, and white. The mascot is the Bruins. For USJ, the Peabody is the Golden Tide. Now, Peabody is in Division I, and they play in the A division. USJ plays in Division II, and they're also in their A division, but they call theirs a little different. That is the West region is what they're in for that. Peabody is actually in Region 7. Now, we've got some fine principles and things like that we'll tell you about. We are just about ready to see what's happening. You'll see the chains and the down marker on the far side. And, again, a little different situation. And we'll try to give you the best we can on the replays. I'm going to adjust while I'm talking to you and see if I can get anything that will help me make it darker so I'm not reflecting in the screen. Now I know how to do the replay. Folks, this is a labor of love by Worthy Road Studios tonight because they love all of our teams that we do. And, of course, Worthy Road has a great crew here and at USJ, and I keep talking about that, but I want to emphasize and tell these sponsors. Now, like I can tell you, the rules are basically the same. They'll probably take a little more in the way of timeouts or get these young people water because I'm going to check my official heat index. And it feels right now like it's 89 degrees. That is not in the danger zone. And it's 82 actually. The humidity, though, is 81%. Most coaches either have a gauge or I have the official app that the TSSAA recommends on my phone. And we'll be checking that temperature, but it feels like it's 89. Young men are going to need a lot of water or power aid. And, again, I'll remind you, in the background, you will hear some of our crew. The officials are signaling to the teams to come out, and it looks like USJ is going to receive. And you'll notice their center man of their 5 blockers up are motioning to everybody that you've got to where you've got to be. And we'll see if we can pick up who is kicking off. And we're just about ready for football. And the kicker is number 24. That is Derek DeHaan. He tees it up. The USJ with 3 deep will try to pick up their receivers, but and DeHaan approaches the football, end over end kick. Coming down to one of the back men, and where they catch it is where they're going to spot it. And if you see the Peabody team run through there like that, they're practicing covering the kickoff, and they're taught not to stop till they hear the whistle blow, and they want them just like in coverage. So it'll be USJ coming out first and 10. And we cannot give you the down markers because it's not on the field. Now, they've got the white lines for the 5-yard stripes, but none of the down markers, and they don't have the little slash marks out in between, and you don't want my estimate. We'll open up in a spread or the pistol, depending on which one you want to call it. This is a version of the pistol with 2 receivers to the right. They have 1 to the left. Peabody looks like they're going to go with 4 down linemen. And a 3-deep secondary. Let's see if they match up, though, man-to-man. And the official talking to Berkeley Pettigrew, the quarterback. I can't see his number yet, but that looks like Finch back in the backfield with him. It is, because I see the 3, and he wears 31. And we are ready for first down. And remember, this is a scrimmage game, so there's some of the stats we won't keep. First play's a handoff over the right guard, and they gain a couple of tough yards. Peabody kind of stacked it up quick, and they're going to show just about a 1.5 yard gain on that first play. And we'll keep up with total yardage, individual things, except for the quarterback. We probably won't be able. 3 down linemen, stand up defensive end, quick pass with a blocker out front, and it's dropped. So 0 for 1 for Pettigrew, incomplete on that first pass. Brings up 3rd, and now with the official spot of it's about 3rd and 7. So they gave them 3 on. They adjusted the football. 4-man rush. Linebackers dropping into hook zones. There's pressure on the quarterback. 2 men have him, and hopefully we can get who got that quarterback. But we had a sack. Looks like 64 or 54 is one of the men. There were actually 2, but 64, Isaac DeHaan, a senior, and he's a big guy. He wears a 3X T-shirt according to the roster they gave us. And it's all muscle too. It's 4th down. We'll have a punt here. Peabody will catch the ball, but that's where you get it. If it bounces, it's where somebody touches it down. But this is a good chance for end over end punt coming down short at close to where midfield would be. And again, with no numbers or hash marks, it's a little hard to tell. Now, kicking the football for USJ that last time was number 9, Drew English. Peabody has the ball 1st and 10, probably about 5 yards from midfield, maybe at midfield. Again, it's with no markings other than just the 5-yard hash marks and the out of bounds. Makes it a little tough to tell. USJ with 3 down linemen, 2 inside linebackers. They squeeze in tight. Here's Driggers on the give on the version of what I call the RPO, run pass option. It'll be a short gain. And they're going to spot it for no gain. They said, as a matter of fact, may have lost a half yard. Well, now they get the spot and put the down marker. 2nd and a long 9. 2nd and a long 9. Again, USJ tight inside with 2 linebackers back behind them. They drop one of their corners off. 2nd and 9 to snap to Driggers. Driggers looks, throws it quickly out in the flat. And we made the catch, but retreating. Let's see where they gave him his forward progress. He did kind of retreat to try to make that yardage. But Driggers now 1 for 1 passing. About 4, and that's going to bring up 3rd down. 3rd and a long 6 is what we're going to call it. Driggers has got his play. He'll get a lot of mileage coming towards the sidelines. USJ right now only rushing 3 down linemen. Now they will bring the linebackers and the corners on occasion. This is kind of a feeling out process early by both teams. 3rd down and 6. Started to say 5, but it's 6. Peabody trying to get in there, set 3 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen, and the whistle's blown. And I believe Peabody called a timeout, if I read the referee's signals correctly. Golden Tide has called a timeout. With that, let's take a timeout on the Worthy Road Studios Network.
Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
We're working right now for our families and our nation and all the countries.
I take great pride knowing that I'm feeding the nation and keeping the shelves full.
And we produce a lot of protein, so it's always good to keep, good food out there for the world.
The company, they provide masks, face shields, barriers.
As a team member, I feel really safe.
It feels good to help people in a time of crisis like now.
And we are back, and we completed the pass, the initial first down of the contest. Driggers completes his second pass. And we'll get those wideouts and receivers for you as they become available. We know that Will Horton is in there at a wideout right now. He wears number 1. Number 2 is Parker Barnes. Well, I'm sorry, I'm giving the wrong team. They play for USJ. Here's a keep, or a handoff actually, to 12, Jonah Smith. Jonah, great yardage. Looks like he's got a first down going to the right before he's run out of bounds. So Smith with a fine run. He'll pick up about 8. 2nd and 2. And you see our great replays. Strength of the formation to the left. Handoff, bending it back like a trap. I wasn't watching yards hard enough. Should be a first down, should be enough yardage. That would be the second first down for the Tide. They're saying it's okay, they're going to move it. This is a replay of the last handoff. Watch the interior blocking. Nice hole and good body lean by the running back. Peabody comes out on 1st and 10. 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen or the left. Driggers keeps. He read and may get a couple of tough yards. That's a tough young man hit by a couple of USJ tacklers there. Closing quick was number 13, Stonecipher, Abe Stonecipher. We'll give him 2 tough yards on that carry. Peabody unofficially has 13 yards rushing. They've made their first downs. The pass is set up the earlier first down. Garrett Weber to the bottom, and now we've got trips or 3 receivers to the short side, the right side of the formation, sending a man in motion. We're going to try the quick toss. We didn't get the block outside, a good stiff arm, and he gained just a little bit of yardage. The pass was complete, but you have to get that first man picked off. And USJ had Horton in the area. They also had Hutchison in the area and some other young men hustled over there. It's 3rd and either a very short 8 or 7. Now, Driggers is 3 for 3. Berkeley Pettigrew, his competitor for USJ, 0 for 1 at this point. Both teams have had the ball one time. This is Peabody's first time with it. And they've got 3rd and 8. Send 2 receivers to the right. The tight end is here to the left. One man in the backfield. Here come the linebackers with the safety. They picked him up. Driggers had time. He throws on the run, overshoots his man for his first incomplete pass. Coverage was Horton. It was intended for number 2, Kylan Wade. And it's a punting situation, field goal, or will they go for it on first down? Let's see what happens. 3 for 4 for Driggers, though, so far. Nice-looking play, but when you start to run and you have to pull up like that, sometimes your body's off balance and you will sail a football. And again, USJ will go with the 3 down linemen. They can bring any one of, let's see how they line up. Actually, out of this formation, there's 4 guys they could bring, and I see one that's probably coming off of the corner. It looks like he's a linebacker. With protection, breaks down. Drigger scrambles, hits his man. There is a first down. He streaks towards the goal line. What do we have? Touchdown, Trenton Peabody. Let's see if we got the replay. Watch this great play. Driggers will get out of there when the pass blocking breaks down. Watch him sprint right, finds his receiver, dragging across the field, and that is Garrett Weber scoring the touchdown. We'll try the extra point. Weber with the touchdown. On to kick is number 24. That is Derek DeHaan. The kick is up. The referees say no good, so your score is 6-0. 6-0. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back with more football on Worthy Road Studios.
Gibson County Utility District has provided Gibson County and the surrounding area with natural gas since 1953. We pride ourselves on our dedication to the comfort and safety of our customers and the citizens of Gibson County. And as citizens, you can do your part. Always be sure to call 811 before digging in order to avoid hitting a gas line or any other buried utilities. Gibson County Utility District for better living in your community.
We are back here after a great touchdown and catch. Dragging across the field was Weber for the TD pass. Peabody to kick off after missing the extra point. This all happened in the first quarter. Normally we would be telling you what times and stuff, but my angle on the clock, and we normally, folks that's used to watching Worthy Road, the scoreboard and the clock will be on here. Here's the kickoff. Remember, you catch it, and there's where he catches it, and they'll move it back maybe a step. Receiving the football for USJ was Jace Barksdale, who is a fine wide. I believe Jace had 40 catches last year. Peabody got a great defense and a bunch of their people back. I was giving you some stats on solo tackles and things like that for Peabody. This is 1st and 10 for the Bruins. And they're really starting from what's about their 15-yard line. 3 down linemen for Peabody, clogging up those inside holes. Good, but they did open one up in the 0 slot, or maybe the 1 hole. And a great piece of running for some tough yardage. Peabody will hit you, but USJ will run it hard. 5-yard pickup for USJ. They've got 8 total yards rushing. Gain of 5. It'll make it 2nd and 5. Berkeley Pettigrew at quarterback. Tide wants a timeout. We're going to take a timeout with the Tide. We'll be back with more Worthy Road Studios football.
J&B Motors, 447 South Main in Dyer, Tennessee, will buy, sell, or trade, and even finance in-house. At J&B Motors, you can even enjoy a lifetime warranty. J&B is a complete dealer with a mechanic shop and a detail shop. Just travel to Dyer, 447 South Main, or visit the website at jnbmotorsllc.com. J&B Motors doesn't care about your credit. They care about you, their customers. J&B Motors, 447 South Main, Dyer. State Farm agent Amy Greer, 308 South College Street in Trenton, is where the customer's needs always come first. When life storms hit your home or your family, you're able to rest easy when you deal with a 30-year professional, Amy Greer at State Farm in Trenton. Your North Gibson local agency serving Trenton, Dyer, Rutherford, Bradford, Kenton, and Yorkville. See Amy or Scarlett Davis Smith or Courtney Tyree Williams. Amy Greer, State Farm, Trenton.
And can take it to the house. One guy, Driggers, has a chance to slow him down after a big gain and USJ's initial first down of this first quarter. Here, look at the replay. This is Finch. I told you he could run. and he got a hole that you could drive a Mack truck through, and he's fast, but Driggers gave the extra effort, the slide down attempt to tackle, and you can see the tackle by Driggers. But that's Finch for big yardage. Here's a quick toss out to the left side to Sane. Sane breaks one tackle, gets the first down. Could he go all the way? No, he has tackled a touchdown-saving tackle there, and we'll try to pick up the number of the young man that did it. We're going to get a replay very quickly on this. Look at Sane run, or I guess that was Sane. No, that was actually number 10. That's Carney running the football. That is Carney running it. First and goal from the 10. That's the Peabody 10, so USJ 10 yards away from tying this game up and having a chance to go ahead as we miss the extra point. A little stoppage here. The referees check. They're doing a very good job. It's hot. You notice they're decked out with their shorts, which is okay by the TSSAA, even though the TSSAA likes to measure the stripe down the long pants. And here's a good run bouncing out. Breaking some tackles is Finch again. One of the men bringing him down is Driggers. I did not get the number. Let's see if we got a quick. Replay's got to be quick because they come to the line of scrimmage. And there's a fine replay. You saw the blocking. Siler Thornton Agency replay. Here's a pass out in the flat. A lot of arm and hand action out there, and it's incomplete. Third and goal. Third and goal. USJ cannot get a first down. Got to go fast. You're right. Y'all can hear. And we're teaching today. We're teaching today, everybody. Pettigrew, back about 5 yards of snap. They give to Finch, trying the right side, and he muscles his way into the end zone for a touchdown. So for USJ, Finch has put them on the board. Finch is going to be a great running back this year. And that's by run. They'll try the extra point, and that looks like number 9 lining up to attempt the extra point, Drew English. And I'm not sure about Drew other than he could be kin to the kicking Englishes, as I have to say, from the north side that played and over at north side and kicked. And that one is good. USJ has taken a 7-6 lead in the first quarter. We're going to take a timeout here on Worthy Road Studios football.
State Farm agent Amy Greer, 308 South College Street in Trenton, is where the customer's needs always come first. When life storms hit your home or your family, you're able to rest easy when you deal with a 30-year professional, Amy Greer at State Farm in Trenton. Your North Gibson local agency serving Trenton, Dyer, Rutherford, Bradford, Kenton, and Yorkville. See Amy or Scarlett Davis Smith or Courtney Tyree Williams. Amy Greer, State Farm, Trenton.
With extra pandemic unemployment funding coming to an end in Tennessee, you should not hesitate to find a job that pays what you need and treats you well, because those jobs are going to go as quickly as gasoline in a shortage. Apply today at McLean Power Systems in Trenton. Make your next career move to McLean today by texting POWER to 67664. That's POWER to 67664. McLean Power Systems is an equal opportunity employer.
And back for the USJ kickoff, and I'm adjusting my sound a little bit. And remember, tonight, Worthy Road Studios is training, so everybody will have full crews, sideline cameras, main cameras. They'll have replay and all that. So please be patient as we all learn to work together. Plus, they had to bring in neither one of the two teams' regular announcers are here. We'll tell you about that in a minute. Here's a nice kickoff by English, and this one will come down about a yard in front of the end zone, and they say his foot may have hit. Let's see if they make him take it on the one, because they're not letting them return it, and wherever you catch it. Now, because it's a scrimmage game, you don't really think about that stuff. This is one of those where you let it go into the end zone because they can't recover it. But, again, this is a scrimmage game. It's good for teaching. Coach Jacobs, Coach Strapp, the two head coaches of both teams, are trying things, learning. Let's see what – sometimes they bring it out to the 20 anyway when it's caught inside the 10 on a kickoff. And that's what's going to happen. It'll come out to the 20. I thought that was, but it's been a while since I've coached any football, and you don't always call scrimmage games. This is a bonus that these schools and Worthy Road Studios wanted to provide for you, the fan. Peabody's going to bring a couple of people to the bottom of Garrett Weber being one of them, who has already caught a touchdown. We'll get a quick out to the right side, and let's see, I don't think he held it. If we can get a replay up, we can see it. Okay, it's okay. Now, what's happening, the reason for USJ on the replays having trouble with it is they run a tempo offense, and their coaches really want them to be ready when they come to the line of scrimmage to touch it and snap it, and they don't huddle. Okay, this is Peabody, 2nd and 10. Fake the jet sweep. Driggers keeps, gets up-pended. He'll fall forward, but for a short gain. Driggers 3 for 5. Let's see what happens. And you'll watch. Watch him fake the jet sweep. Fake. He gets a little blocking, but someone closed very quickly for USJ. That's from Siler Thornton Agency. And you thank them for those replays. Brings up 3rd, and he got more than I thought he got 3rd and about 2.5, so a good pickup. Safety fakes coming. Let's see, the referee's going to walk up there. And are they going to mark something off? I didn't see a flag, but there may have been a false start. Sometimes when that guy runs up in there, you get a false start. So the first penalty of the night is a 5-yarder against Peabody. Now that makes it a 3rd and about 12. Just 3 men rushing, 8 drop into coverage. They try to take the flats away. Driggers is having to scramble. He's being pursued and throws an incompletion there as he was heavily pursued by number 44. And it brings up 4th down. 44 is Maddox Rabin. He's a linebacker and an H-back. He's a senior this year. Now let's see what's happening. Driggers is still in there. Driggers is going to punt, kind of a tight punt formation, the traditional one, with a blocker on each side of the snapper and also a blocking back that's supposed to pick up the first man through. They're not rushing. Here's the punt. It's high, but it's going to be a short kick. It'll be fielded at about, I think that would be the 38. Fielding it is Noah Spencer. And I've even got my transitional lens on that are like sunglasses, and it's still giving me a fit seeing some of these fine players out here. Finch still in at running back. Carney is also one of the wideouts. We mistook him for Sane a while ago. Got a slot to the far side, and again we're in the pistol of the spread. The fake pass, the handoff to Finch trying the right side, and he's broken a tackle. Now it's going to be a foot race. One man had a chance, and they said he went out of bounds. There is an out-of-bounds play marked, but a nice run by Finch. So Finch with 2 really nice runs in this contest, and I know bouncing it outside, Coach Jacobs will want to work on, and that'll be one of the points of emphasis when they break down the film. So it's 1st and 10. I think that is their third down. Peabody has 2. Finch in the backfield. There's an H-back in there with them. They're going to try the middle, and Finch reads pretty well. He dances, but we've got about 5 guys there at the line of scrimmage for Peabody. And let's take a look at a replay. Yeah. And you can see them stack it up in there. See the man on the gain of 2. It's 2nd and 8. Seals is playing the H-back, or he was the last play. Let's see he's a great blocker, but he can catch the football. Here's a pass on a flag route, and it's overthrown a little bit, incomplete. Good coverage by Peabody. 3rd and 8 for the Bruins. Seals wears 0. And they signal the plays in from the sideline. Berkeley Pettigrew trying to get his signal. Davis Sane wears 17. He is out wide to the right. A little tighter. This is, even though they probably won't send the H-back out initially, he check block. They throw over the middle. The man's open. Overthrown, intended for Kearney, I believe. So it brings up 4th and 8. USJ will go for it here. They didn't come to kick field goals, just like we didn't come to kick field goals unless we want to work on it later in the contest. Good coverage you see there. Ball overthrown. The separation was there. I'm sure that we will want our safety man at Peabody to get depth more and not let somebody run by him. 4th and 8. Spread formation, wide side to the left of the field. Pettigrew going to the right. And I think there was a miscommunication. If we get a replay on this, you'll see that the receiver and the passer, Siler Thornton Agency replay. Watch this. 17 is running a fly down the field, and it's thrown short, or was it intended for the receiver that was crossing? And anyway, it is incomplete. It goes over on downs. It may have been intended for Barksdale, and when USJ misread it. Huge offensive line. We don't have any weight stuff, but big offensive lines for a single-A school. Key coming here to the left of the formation. Trigger's in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right. An H-back for them. They pull a guard, try to run in behind it. Spinning for tough yardage against USJ is number 28, the fine running back, Billy Wilkins. He's a 10th grader. And it's a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. Look at this replay. We're back live. 2 receivers to the left of the formation. The H-back to the right along with a wideout. Wilkins in the backfield. High snap. We get it. Bring it down. Timing of the play, and USJ got good penetration that time. One of the men in there was number 55, that is Ty O'Neill, who is one of their defensive standouts. They've got a lot, they being USJ, have a lot of standouts back from last year's tough defense that only let about 13 or 14 points a game be scored. And I want to say it was 13 point something. And, of course, if you're wondering, we are still in the first quarter. We'll find out if they're really keeping quarters. Again, game like scrimmage, they'll take a halftime break. Here's the snap. Driggers pulls, looks, holding that football, finds a receiver, in and out, kind of hit our receiver, Derek Key. It was drilled, and so sometimes if it hits those shoulder pads, it bounces hard out of there. Here's the replay from Siler Thornton Agency. Watch how – well, this is the give, so actually was not the last play we ran. We are back live action. It's a punt, and let's see. This one is picked up somewhere around the USJ 45. And I think Williams Baskerville took a shot at punting that one. We'll check and see. But it goes over to USJ on downs. Okay, now they have the markings here at the other side that we don't have. That is the 43 of USJ. USJ comes quickly. As soon as the official moves out of there, they'll get down and snap the football, and you see him come out, the back judge. 2 receivers to the left. H-backs also to the left. They pull the guards. They're going to run in behind, and this time the linebackers and several people for The Peabody read the guards perfectly, saw what was happening. And I know one young man had an outstanding hit, and that is number 44, Jaden Jennings. He's a ninth grader, and that's good when you can get a ninth grader to stick a tough ball carrier like Finch like that. We're in man coverage. H-back to the right of the formation. Sane came across, but it was a running play all the way. So that's going to bring up third down after a short gain. 2 on the play. 3rd and 6. We'll call it a short 6, long 5. Sane to this side. Slot to the far side. H-back to the right side of the formation. Here's the snap. Pettigrew looks, throws it. Nice pitch and catch for a first down. Be their 4th first down, USJ's. Substitutions coming in for Peabody, keeping fresh people out there, and a whole slew of skilled people coming in for USJ. Now, this is the closest they get to a huddle, is after a first down, and they send a lot of fresh people in there. They're bringing this one back. Yes, they are. Wow. So it's 4th down. He must have dropped it. I'm looking straight into the sun here. Here's the punt by English. Fielded by number 1, Garrett Weber, the senior. Garrett has very sure hands. Peabody comes back out on the field. Again tonight, remember, we told you about this earlier, it's a teaching night. We wanted to bring you some football. Okay, the Golden Tide have it on their own 30, wanting to move the football. Last couple of drives have stalled out. I'm Coach Joe Holloway. Peabody people, you'll normally hear Dan Hughes and Terry Clement. Folks from USJ, you'll hear Seabass and Chuck the Talker Walker. Spread formation. Driggers puts it in there, leaves it in the stomach of the running back, and he'll get positive yardage. Looks like 3. We'll get the replay up there. Here's a Siler Thornton replay. See those 3 down line. Watch the linebacker step up. He rides the fullback, gets him up into the line, positive yardage. Tackled by Parker Barnes, one of them. But a good run, good blocking. Folks, give that Peabody line some credit because they're going against some really great defensive people over there for USJ. One of them is Ty O'Neill, I've mentioned. Watch 55 sometimes. Very fine young man as far as attacking, and we're going to have either an official's timeout because I didn't see him signal the team. That's the end of the first quarter. And with the score, USJ 7 and Peabody 6. Let's take a timeout on the Worthy Road Studios Network.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson. Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
If you work outside or in a facility with no AC, or you're just struggling with this year's heat wave, it can really take a toll on your body and health. At Live Hydration Drip Spa, we can help you recover with our Beat the Heat special for only $59. Call or visit us online today to set your appointment.
Looking for a new and exciting career? At Jackson State Community College, we offer nationally recognized, top-rated programs designed to greenlight your career for success. With courses available in the health sciences, nursing, computer technology, and much more, your next step towards a career starts here at Jackson State. Learn how Jackson State Community College can greenlight your future at greenlightyourfuture.com.
Back for the second quarter of this exciting scrimmage game. It's a real white knuckler, 7-6. USJ leads. Peabody has the football. Sam Drigger's still in at quarterback. We've got a slot to the right. Got a H-back in the backfield, a single receiver to the far left. Looks like Weber. We'll pick up some more of the young men. And we got a different running back in there. We'll get that. Bends it, breaks it outside, running with the football hard for a first down. A Peabody first down is number 3, London Burkett. Burkett, a senior, and he runs hard. He had that other play where he ran real hard. Good, fine running by them against a good defensive team. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Golden Tide. Driggers at quarterback. Looks like they're bringing Weber to the right, sending Wade to the left, and they'll put in the slot Jonah Smith, who's a 9th grader but got good speed. Here's the rush they give. Good positive yards trying the left side over there. Maybe let's get a replay on that one and see what Peabody did to gain that yardage. Here's the Siler Thornton replay. 2nd and 4 is what it will bring up. Now it's a play further back. That was 2 plays ago. Let's see if we can get this one before they. Okay, we need to go live, and I'm helping a little bit. Paul's got things to do. And again, this is training session. Looks like it was going to be trips, but it's not. Weber's going to go to the far side of the formation. The H-back is up on the line. They're going to give. Comes right, going down about a yard short of the first down. Now let's see where the spot is. It's closer to maybe 1. I will disagree with the public address announcer. We got a young man that's getting up a little slowly, and in a scrimmage game you want to check that very quickly. It could be from a hit. It could be from the heat. And we'll check it. I believe that's our fine running back there, number 3, London Burkett. And Burkett, I bet he catches breath and gets back in there. 28, Billy Wilkins, the 10th grader, checks in there. He'll be at running back. Jonah Smith still at a wide out. Kylan Wade at a wide out. Of course, Garrett Weber, who has a touchdown catch. You're watching a game-like scrimmage from Worthy Road Studios. Again, the slot comes to the right. H-back in the backfield. USJ is going to bring about 7 men. We found the right hole. Good play. Broken tackle. Driggers, it's a foot race between him and their safety, and high-stepping it into the end zone. Touchdown, Peabody. And he took it to the house. That is Sam Driggers for Peabody. And that was a fine run. We're waiting to see if they give it. Chasing him and giving an all-out effort was Ryan Hutchison, but Driggers threw it into 5th gear and had the extra speed to get there. Looks like Weber will hold for the kick of – is that Dylan Patterson? No, it's not Dylan Patterson. It is Colin Hickerson. Colin Hickerson, the senior, to attempt the extra point. He's a soccer-style kicker. It's low and no good, goes under a little low, and so Peabody leads 12-7. And a run by Driggers for a touchdown, and that's something that coaches will address. We're going to take a timeout, and when we come back, more second quarter football action between Peabody and USJ. Okay. And we are back. It looks like Hickerson will try to kick off here. He's going to move over towards the sideline a little bit. We'll have 6 guys on the left side of him, 4 to cover on this side. USJ adjusts their blocking. There's always got to be 5 people up there. Right behind the 45-yard line. We're kicking off from the 45. 3 men deep for them. This one goes off the side. They're going to fair catch it. That's a wise decision. Catch it there. Number 12 catching it is Mills Terry, who doubles as a tight end, a defensive back, a sophomore. And that's where USJ will be in business. And then you saw good coverage, but we don't run with it in these scrimmage, even though it's a game scrimmage. And it's 1st and 10 for the Bruins. They're going to send Davis Sane far to the right. They've got a slot. We'll pick up who's in the slot. Looks like Carney is here to the left. H-back is to the left of the formation. Finch and Pettigrew in the backfield. Just straight handoff to Finch. And that time Peabody gets penetration, closes the hole rather quickly. And down at the bottom of the pile, the young man that did such a great job of it has no number on his jersey. Great play. Watch the penetration here. Whips his blocker and gets in there and then gets an assist from number 85 for Peabody, that being McCoy Sewell, a senior. 2nd and 10, no gain. They give to Finch trying the left side. Man out in front of him. He'll get some positive yard. He broke a tackle. We fell down with it, and he broke it. He's got his first down, gets across the 50, pushed out of bounds by a host of tacklers. And they'll throw the flag because when you hear that whistle, you must disengage. The young man was just trying to be aggressive, and 2 headgear hooked together. Now I think the officials might have to rethink this one. They probably won't, but I would pick it up because there's no way they could disengage. The referees have done a good job, and they're making their best judgment, but the flag, if you're hooked up with the face mask like that, there can be no penalty. Pick the flag up and wave it. If they move it, they have every right to call it, but I'm going to disagree with them. It's not the proper call. You saw the face mask, and that's the 2nd penalty for Peabody. And if you got him. Now, during the season, there'll be some times we can go back and look, and you'll see the face mask of the 2 players hooked up to each other. 3 down linemen with a stand-up left defensive end. Here's the handoff to Finch again. He breaks 1 tackle and gets a tough yard or so. Driggers is there. Also, Riley Vanderveer is there. Also, maybe Burkett is there. Should be 2nd and 9. Pettigrew looking it over. Pettigrew drops flush from the pocket, being pursued. Throws off balance and low. It's incomplete. You had good coverage by the linebackers. You also had good chasing, if you want to call it that, pursuit. Riley Vanderveer, the senior. The incomplete pass. Early in the season, because Pettigrew and Driggers both are great passers as far as completing percentages. 1 man in the backfield, H back to the left, 2 receivers to the right. They run the circle route with Finch. They're going to try to throw the fade or the back shoulder, and it looks like Peabody has an interception right at the goal line, and it is in the end zone. It'll come out. And let's see if we got a replay on that. No replay. Okay. That would have been a great one for us to see. You see Tab Val all the way down there. Look at Coach Val. And, of course, USJ has their excitement on the far sideline, but that's Tab. He likes that defense. USJ will go over to defense. And, again, that's something you didn't see very much out of Pettigrew last year. I'll look up his totals. I had them written down. Sun is starting to help us a little bit. Coming onto the field a little late is 12, Jonah Smith, but he'll make it in time because they're kind of paying attention to the clock, and it's down to 14 on the play clock. Smith and Weber to the right with a slot. We're tight to the left of the formation. Driggers pulls it, looks. He's got good pursuit, and that time one man stood him up, that being Christian Melton, and then two other USJ guys came and helped, and we'll try to give them credit on the replay. They read. You see what Melton does, and then one of the big linemen, 72, gets in there to help. And unfortunately, my roster has no red 72. But you did a good job, young man. Still in there is 44. That's Maddox Rayburn. He's pretty tough. 3 down lineman. And this is more like a 3-5 or a 3-2-6. And not much yardage to the left side. It's going to bring up 3rd down, a possession down for the Golden Tide. Let's see if we got a replay on this one. Let's see what Peabody tried to block. They tried to slide and get the gaps, but did not get the safety coming up very quick. I saw 13, Abe Stonecipher, the senior, coming up in a hurry. They did give him 3 yards on it. Weber coming out here is going to be trips. Looks like they've got the tight end out wide, Ethan Ray. He's a senior. And then it looks like possibly Scott, man-to-man coverage. Here's a rush. Flushes. Driggers pulls away from one arm tackle. Chased, loses his balance, and then is finished off over on the sideline. And here comes the replay, and let's see if we can give Siler Thornton a replay right here. Watch as they flush him out of the pocket. He broke a tackle there, a hand tackle that tried to grab jersey, another one of those. Being pursued hard by 7 and finished off by 11. And, of course, 7 is Sam McMillan, 11 is Alex Wallace. And it's a punting situation. In for Peabody to punt. And we've tried some different punters. The left footer, I want to say that was 21, Peyton Denton. And you catch it right there and cover it. We're not returning kicks. It'll be USJ's football here in the second quarter. 6:24. We've got time that I can see now. Between the sun and my monitor, I couldn't see it. Normally on a Worthy Road Studios broadcast, again, we're teaching and training tonight, so you'll have the best in coverage. We have a scoreboard clock on here and the scores. Now, the scores are up there where you see the Tide leading 12-7 with it 1st and 10 for USJ. Pettigrew claps, gets the football, gives to Finch. He fakes the pass like he always does, and it's a good fake. You have to honor it. Finch is going to get a 1st down. Nice piece of running by him for the 5th 1st down of USJ's. 1st and 10 Bruins, close to the midfield stripe. They're about 3 yards away from it. Remember, they'll be ready to go as soon as they can get set up there. The back judge is back. The clock's wound. Snap. Again, they go to Finch. Somebody knifed in the backfield, but he broke that tackle, but we hauled him down with the start of the tackle was by 10, Riley Vanderver. He fell forward for some tough yards. He picked up 4. Fine running back to replace Steele Haynes for USJ. 2nd and about 6. Slot left. They run to the right behind the H-back, and it looks like Finch is going to get another 1st down. Now, they can get on the corners with Finch or run it up, and he's a good running back. 6th 1st down. USJ has their 6th 1st down of the contest. We're still in the second quarter. Remind you that pregame is brought to you by Tyson. Normally at a real game we'll have starting lineups. McLean Power Systems will bring you that. Here's the handoff to Finch. The fake pass, but he's trying that right side of the line again. Short gain, maybe 1.5 at the most. Let's see if we've got a replay on this one. Try to give 2nd and 9. And Peabody, tell you what, is that Driggers right there? Siler Thornton. And we're back ready to go live on 2nd and 9. Riley Seals, 0, is the H-back in the formation. Power and strength to the left, but they pull and go right. Running the football with quick feet is number 5, Noah Spencer, a sophomore running back. There's a flag on the field. We had our real first noticeable drop the handkerchief tonight. Peabody has 2 penalties already. This will be USJ's first official penalty. Let's see what the officials are talking about. Penalty over in front of the USJ bench, but on the field. Got a personal foul against USJ, or was that holding? We'll have to check it out. But a personal foul, that will back them up, nullifying a very nice run. But sometimes the penalty is what helps with the run. Hayes Carney is here to the bottom of the screen. USJ traveling from right to left and are the left side of the formation. They'll have a slot there. It's probably Jace Barksdale, their fine young man with 40 catches last year. Here is Berkeley, Pettigrew, and a host. They had a convention, meet at the quarterback. Our man with no number on his jersey and about 4 others met at the quarterback for a loss on that play, bringing up third down. USJ needs a big play here. I would say it's third and a $2 cab ride, meaning it's probably about 3rd and 25. But those $2 cab rides are more expensive with the inflation that has been brought to you by our present administration.
168? That's for a scrimmage.
Here comes the third down play. 3 receivers to the left. 2, it's an empty backfield. Pettigrew steps up. He's going to run. He's got 10, 15. Will he get the 20? And here comes some sure tackling. That young man, number 7, Quintarius Brooks, deserves credit for squaring up and proper tackle. Watch this replay. Good run by Berkeley Pettigrew, and it's a handkerchief convention back about midfield. Check all the yellow handkerchiefs back there.
Have we had any complaints in the stream?
I thought maybe somebody was trying to build a yellow brick road out of handkerchiefs, but not so. Referees confer. This is good when they all get together, get to agreement. I do disagree with one thing that is happening. Both teams should be far away from it. The one team should not be up there where they are talking, and whether they intend to be or not. The officials will need to move the teams away. Peabody is playing, and USJ is not doing anything intentionally. What it is the officials say, gentlemen, we got to move back while we talk about this. And haven't officiated in a long time, but my buddy David Wade would probably be reading you the officials book. So we've got offsetting penalties, and guess what? Did he give it third or fourth? I couldn't tell. It should be third because you've got offsetting penalties. And these gentlemen are smarter than I am. I will have to let them tell you about the administration of this one. Like I said, the guy that helps me, Dave Wade, is a master of knowing what should be happening. I haven't officiated in years. USJ will get a second chance because of offsetting penalties. And, gentlemen, I think y'all have administered it properly. If you haven't, we're going to play football. Peabody leads 12-7 over USJ. And I'm sure Tim Haney's here because he has a young man playing on the squad. He's the director of schools over here, Don Rowe, head of the upper school. As a matter of fact, head of schools for USJ. He's either here or watching. Don, a good supporter for USJ. Here come the Bruins, third and a $2 cab ride. The fade route or the back shoulder, that's supposed to have been a fade the way it was thrown. Good job by the defensive back not getting himself in trouble. That looked like Davis Gentry with the coverage against Davis Sane. And it's 4th down, and USJ's in a punting situation. Here comes the USJ punt team. They've still got 30 seconds, and it won't take long to administer the punt. We're in the second quarter. We'll check the time for you in a minute. Coach Joe Holloway doing color and play-by-play. And you Peabody folks will have Dan and Terry back for your regular season game. USJ, Seabass and Chuck Walker. You'll enjoy those 2 young men. Here's the punt. Short punt. They don't let you talk, though. Paul Schultz is everywhere. I'm serious. Peabody's first game is an ominous August 17th. They have to travel over to the Bullet Town, Milan, to play the Bulldogs. USJ's first game is against Liberty at home. Liberty trying to rebuild. Their Coach Aiken, a fine young man, he's just having to rebuild. The previous coaches, a couple of them left a mess over there. 12-7, Peabody leads. The flag has come down because we've got, looks like, is that illegal participation they're going to call? And I think it is. It'll go against Peabody and should cost them 5 yards. That'll be their third penalty. Third penalty for Peabody. Let's check the quarterback situation. Driggers is still in there, and I want to say that Wilkes is in there. We'll see. We'll check it. Driggers keeps running the football hard. He's going to get that yardage back. He'll get about 5.5, maybe 6 yards. Let's watch the Siler Thornton replay. Watch him pull it. Keeps it. The defensive back comes up, misses, but the first man to grab hold is number 2, Parker Barnes. Better gain than I thought. Almost 11. No, not quite 11. Without those hash marks, I miss them. Here is Wilkes trying it. He gets positive yardage. He's upended just short of the 45. It'll be close to a first down. It depends on the spot. It's going to be short of a first down. Just slightly. They got to stretch the chains over there. It's going to be third and a short 1. Let's see if USJ brings everything but the kitchen sink. Got Sam McMillan in at linebacker right now. Also in is Parker Barnes. He may be playing a rush end or corner. Also is Abe Stonecipher. And coming onto the field is Will Horton, a senior defensive back. They're going to bring 2 into the gaps. They hit him in the backfield, and we're going to come up. Oh, the spin, the extra effort by Driggers, and I hope we can see that one again. It is a first down. Let's watch this. Watch the effort by Driggers. USJ hit him with everything they could, and he was able to spin and roll for that first down. Sam Driggers, the senior quarterback. Know his dad, who's on the coaching staff, very proud of him. Here we go. And there will be a change sometimes in the sound as we train and work. 3 linebackers, really, 5 defensive backs, 3 down linemen. Faking. Driggers is pursued, and he's going to be tossed down, and he tried to get rid of it. They're going to say he was already down. The decision was good, just got to do it a little earlier, and coming in hard. Parker Barnes has been all over the field the last couple of plays. No, the USJ staff will be happy about that. Now this looks like another one of those. It's 20-plus yards, so it's second and no longer a $2 cab ride because of inflation. It is second and a $5 cab ride. You don't even want to think about taking Uber. You'll pay more than that. Oh, you don't want to take Uber, Paul. Paul's wanting us to get you an Uber cab ride. It'll cost you more than the $5 of a regular yellow top cab or red top cab like we used to have. Not Drew English, but Derek Key is in at the wide receiver to the right. The give on the sweep to the small, diminutive running back, Devin Bonds, but he makes good yardage. And let's see if we can see a Tyler Thornton replay. So it will be 3rd and 10 after the loss of yardage passing. And the young runner did a really good job. So we're going to come back to the line of scrimmage. 15 is in there, Devin Bonds. And I'm going to tell you what, Devin made an outstanding run in. 3rd and 10. Let's see what the Tide has up their sleeve. They're going to fake. They got a rush. And I wished I knew the young man's name. They did not give me a 72. And we'll tell you what, a loss of 5, and it'll be 4th and 15. I don't think that Sam ever had a chance on that one. 72 was all over him like white on rice then. Be 4th down And we'll punt. And remember, we just catch them. We don't return them. That should be the end of the first half. And we'll see what they're going to do at halftime. But we are fixing to go to our halftime part of the broadcast. Halftime sponsors are Gibson County Utility District and Lee Hayes Memorial Foundation. And to practice this, I think they're going to go
Trenton
ahead
Light
and
and Water
play
Department
through,
provides
go
electric,
ahead and run the
water, and
commercials,
wastewater
Jim.
services for customers inside the city limits of Trenton. We support all Trenton Special School District endeavors, academic, athletic teams, band, and extracurricular.
And we are back, and we apologize for that, but they were going to take some halftime time. They're just going to keep playing into the – well, they're saying there's 18 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's the punt. Straight up in the air. It'll only get about 15 or 20 yards and caught for USJ's advantage in field position by Jace Barksdale. And let's see if we can get the time. It's stuck on 18. That's what it is. Okay. Maybe that was, they call that an untimed down. Let's see if they're going to run the clock. Should have one more play, and then we'll have halftime. First and 10 for the Bruins. They are the nose of the football just short of the 40-yard line. The Tide leading the Bruins 12-7 in a real white knuckler here. Snap to Berkeley, sprints right, looks, he's pursued, flushed out of the pocket. He's got the angle to throw it up there. The defensive back came up. There is a catch. Running away and angling away the way you should do it was Noah Spencer. And you have a touchdown with 4.3 seconds left in the second quarter. And USJ will get the lead back. That one was caught by number 5, Noah Spencer. They lead 13-12. Let's see if they can hit the extra point. Cooper Sykes is trying it this time. The extra point is up and good. Cooper Sykes with the extra point. So it's 14-12. 4.3 seconds, so you'll get a kickoff here. Peabody will get the ball to start the second half. And that kick was there. We didn't take our normal timeout because sometimes they will quick change you and start, and you see how quick Peabody's coming back out to receive the kickoff. Let's see who USJ uses to kick off. They let English kick off and try an extra point. They also just had that one added by number 37, which is Cooper Sykes. Sykes a sophomore, and let's see who kicks off. Look like Cooper Sykes is out there to kick off. Peabody with 2 men deep, 2 wide in front of them. Of course, 5 across the forward wall. Peabody uses a lot of kids with good ball handling hands on that forward wall. That's in case you have an onside kick and stuff, and you see most teams now don't even have to put their good hands team on there because they've got a lot of good hands people on these. Some still go with linemen up front, but the talent of these soccer kickers, you got to watch that. Sykes to approach the football. Line drive kick, going to bounce, scoot. It's wherever he picks it up. And picked it up about the 14. Let's see if that's where they put it down. Peabody will have one shot at this after we see the replay. Peabody trailing by 2. I have a feeling they will be content, although it's a scrimmage game, doesn't go against your record. Who knows? They may air it out. Driggers is back in there. See Derek Key, who's got good height and size out there. The small running back, Devin Bonds, the 10th grader, is out there with him. Coming to the right is Kylan Wade wearing 2. And let's see how we play it. 2 wide outs. 2 tights, and we run it. This is the little man right here. Devin running with the football, and a good hard tackle by Parker Barnes ends it. The end of one half of play, It's USJ 14, the Peabody Golden Tide 12. Let's take a timeout here and come back with the halftime. Well, there won't be a show today, but halftime brought to you by Gibson County Utility District and the Lee Hayes Memorial Foundation.
Trenton Light and Water Department provides electric, water, and wastewater services for customers inside the city limits of Trenton. We support all Trenton Special School District endeavors, academic, athletic teams, band, and extracurricular clubs and activities. Roll Tide and Lady Tide from Trenton Light and Water. We are honored to serve all the citizens of Trenton.
At Lonnie Cobb Ford, we now give you a warranty for life on the engine and transmission. That's right, a warranty for life at no cost to you. Unlimited time, unlimited mileage, but it's only at Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country. Buying a car is all about you. In person, over the phone, or online, we make it simple and easy. Our place or yours, no matter where you live. LonnieCobbFord.com or Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
Duncan's Pharmacy is celebrating their 47th year in business this year. In January 2016, they opened Duncan's Express Pharmacy inside of the Trenton Medical Center as a second location. We are proud to serve the communities of Trenton, Humboldt, and Gibson County. At our pharmacy, we believe that being a local independent pharmacy means providing healthcare services to our patients that are customized to meet their individual needs. Our aim has always been to provide the very best prescription service at the most reasonable price. Try Duncan's Pharmacy for your next prescription, and you will be glad you did.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's Warranty Forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
Bell Shirt and Sign Company has been family-owned and operated since 1969 in Trenton. Located next to Peabody High School, we provide high-quality, timely, and professional service to local schools, communities, churches, and businesses. All graphic design, printing, sewing, and engraving is done in-house, so we control the quality and service ourselves. With access to the brands you want, we carry a large selection of Peabody shirts, caps, polos, and other items to show off your school spirit. If you are needing screen printing, embroidery, signs, or engraving done, stop by and see us today, and as always, roll tide!
Trenton native Amy McLemore is a certified residential specialist with Town & Country Realtors. Specializing in the Gibson County area, it is her goal to treat each of her clients with respect and custom care. Having received numerous awards in the field of real estate, Amy is qualified to ensure the best outcome for her clients, whether they are buyers or sellers. You can call Amy today at her office at 731-668-7000 or on her cell at 731-234-0049 and let her help you find your dream home.
She's a beauty, isn't she?
My parents said they would buy me a car for college. This is perfect.
Well, this one isn't for sale, but I can tell you how to win it.
It's time for the 4th annual Lifeline Car Giveaway.
And Joe Mahan Ford is proud to donate a car again this year.
Get blood with Lifeline between Memorial Day and Labor Day for a chance to win a 2019 Ford EcoSport. Join Lifeline.
And Joe Mahan Ford and give blood this summer.
It's easy.
And you could save a life.
Your hometown attorney, Jennifer Finch McEwen, is back on the square in Trenton, ready to help you with all your legal issues and preventative measures. Everyone needs an attorney from time to time, and Jennifer Finch McEwen is here to help. Whether your problem is divorce, child custody, child support, bankruptcy, criminal charges, wills and estates, or personal injury, or if you are just in need of general advice, Jennifer can serve your needs. With 15 years of criminal and civil experience, Jennifer can find the solution for which you are looking. Call or come by the Court Square in Trenton today. Roll Tide!
I'm Gibson County Mayor Tom Witherspoon. As Christmas approaches and our minds shift to what to get the children, puppies often come to mind. I want to ask each of you to consider adopting a pet from the Gibson County Animal Shelter. We always have several to choose from, and it would be a tremendous help to us. So please, have your pet spayed or neutered. Thank you to all of our responsible pet owners, and adopt a shelter animal. They'll love you for it. Thank you.
27 years ago, a vision became a reality and Snookums Steakhouse officially opened. We cut our steaks in-house and our ribeyes are full of flavor. The steak trimmings are used to make our certified Angus beef steak burgers, so when you order at Snookums, you are getting high quality. Enjoy our salad bar and mini dessert. Also try our famous family recipe, the Pink Lush Fruit Salad. Come visit Snookums Steakhouse in Henderson, Tennessee. We are open evenings Tuesday through Saturday but closed Sunday and Monday. Snookums Steakhouse, come taste the difference. Believe it or not, insurance has become one of the largest parts of most family budgets. How many times have you thought to yourself, man, that seems expensive? At Seiler Thornton Agency, we represent several different insurance companies, so we have the flexibility to shop your coverages and find the best value. Seiler Thornton Agency has been taking care of insurance needs in Gibson County for over 20 years. We are proud to be a Trenton business, and we love to support the Peabody Golden Tide. Call us today or stop by for a free quote. Seiler Thornton Agency. Our business is you.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
And we are back here at Trenton Peabody. And folks, to do it correctly, you want to call them just Peabody. I do that every once in a while because back in the old days when Walter Kilzer was here, sometimes people would call him that. We're fixing to have some replays. Our outstanding young staff has come up with 2 of them. And don't forget that halftime is brought to you by 2 people or 2 groups, Gibson County Utility District. But we want you to remember Lee Hayes, who meant so much to Peabody football. And these are the Lee Hayes Memorial halftime highlights. Let's take a look at them and see what we can do with it. Yeah. Now this one is going to be the first touchdown pass. You'll see Weber, they fakes. Driggers does a good job. You'll see Weber dragging across the field. Here's the shot, and I mean it hit him in stride, and he is going to sprint to the goal line. Touchdown Peabody. Now we've got one more replay or highlight for you on the Lee Hayes Memorial halftime highlights. And we'll look for the touchdown run here. Peabody with the football. The keeper by Driggers. He breaks one tackle. Look at Driggers now. It becomes a foot race between he and the safety. Watch Driggers pick up the extra speed. As John Ward would say, what does he have? Touchdown, Peabody. great replays by our crew. You'll be getting things like that all season. And some of you USJ fans that are watching, Seabass and Chuck will have the ability to have those replays too at halftime like that. Not just straight replays. These are halftime highlights. And you'll enjoy those announcers. Lee Hayes Memorial and halftime highlights. And I remember, please, folks, remember Lee. He may be gone, but he meant so much. He loved this team, he loved this town, and he loved this school. And you want to honor him. We've got a real white knuckler here where USJ is leading by virtue of 2 extra points, 14-12. The Tide started the scoring with the touchdown pass, 6-0 to Weber. USJ retaliated with Finch on a run. They led 7-6 after the extra point. Driggers went the distance. You just saw it, broke some tackles, gave Peabody back the lead. And then with crossing the goal line with about 4.3 seconds, you had Spencer for USJ catching the touchdown pass, and the extra point was good, and it's 14-12 by virtue of that. Peabody should get the football to start the second half. And you hear the horn in the background. And also, both schools remember that your broadcast will have the clock, and it will also have the scoreboard in there. I wanted you to remember a couple of things here, that the first quarter was brought to you by Duncan's Pharmacy, and you'll hear more about that. Second quarter was brought to you by Trenton Health and Rehabilitation. Third quarter is going to be brought to you by Anderson Furniture and Coverings. And, of course, the fourth quarter by H&R Agri-Power, your Case International Harvester Farm Dealer. Now, during the regular season, the first downs, and please thank Amy Greer for sponsoring the first downs, of which unofficially Peabody has 5 and USJ has 6. And, of course, the touchdowns, and you've heard those, Christian Family Medicine, only you'll hear Christian Family Medicine touchdown every time that somebody scores in a regular season game. Coach Joe Holloway with a host of our crews. I think we've got people from every crew here that are training on different things, and this one was a good one, and we wanted to do something nice for you. The schools wanted to do something nice, so that's the reason we can have this game-like scrimmage tonight. And all the schools will have all kinds of different things that they can use and bring information and stuff to you. But it'll be USJ kicking off, and let's see who they're going to let kick off to start this. And, again, we go with 2 deep, back at about the 5-yard line. 2 up at about the 20 or the 25. And it looks like to lead the kickoffs right now is going to be number 9, and that will be English. Drew English, the freshman. Hits it, gets a nice end-over-end kick, driving them back to the 6-yard line where we picked it up. A little indecision because that was the kind that might not go into the end zone. And so let's see if they bring it out further or make them start. On kickoffs, sometimes when you have a scrimmage, they start all kickoffs around the 20, but they're not going to on this one. They will bring it out. Let's see, 5, 10, 15. They did bring it out to the 20. So, like I said, you got to get ready for the rules, what the coaches have agreed on these. USJ on defense. See Seals back in there at one outside person. Also, we'll get some more of them. 3 down linemen. The handoff dancing is Devin for the Tide, and that is Devin Bonds. Looked like Carney was in on that tackle for USJ. 2nd and 5 for the Golden Tide. Bring a wide receiver. That's Derek Key, the big man, out to the right now. They're shifting him, and he's going to go left. I'm not sure. Okay, you got a man up on line. Now we have a tight end there. The formation is balanced, even though we're strong to the left. They come back to the short side with Bond, and he's going to get a short gain of 1, bringing up 3rd down. Seals wearing 0. Also, Maddox Rayburn wearing 44 on the front line, and 55 is Ty O'Neill. Peabody, and we'll try to get some of their linemen. Those linemen deserve credit. David Whitten wears 57 for them. And we'll pick some more of them up in playing tight end some. Ethan Ray, they can also split Ethan out. Key comes to the right, single receiver, trips left, one man in the backfield. They have an outside rush hitting over the middle. Key had it for a second, juggled it, and went out of his hands incomplete. Be fourth in a kicking situation at this point. We'll see who comes on to punt. Peabody's been trying different people out. Looks like Driggers is going to stay and punt this time. The blockers in front of him will be William Baskerville. He's a senior, wears 20. And then they'll have two interior men, one on each side of the center, to pick up a rush up the middle, because up the middle is where they get blocked, but obviously we're not blocking them tonight. Driggers' kick comes down about the 43 or 44 of USJ. Fielded there by Jace Barksdale. Jace has got very sure hands. Peabody goes on defense. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bruins. Don't forget your replay, Siler Thornton Insurance. Starting lineups in a regular game with McLean Power Systems, and you've seen some fine sponsors like Dynamics. Please tell them that you appreciate them sponsoring the football. USJ comes with the H-back to the right, two receivers right. They're going to give to Finch. He's going to bend it back to the left. Dances, finds a hole. He could go all the way. One man's got a shot at stopping him, but he could take it to the house, and he has just taken it about 45 yards. Touchdown, USJ. This young man is good at finding the hole. This is Finch with the run. Now watch the run. Watch him accelerate and pull away. Finch wearing number 31. Some valiant efforts by the Peabody defenders, but no ado. This is English to try the extra point. The kick is up. It's long enough. It is good. It is now 21-12. We'll take a timeout here on the Worthy Road Studios Network.
Eddie and Clint Sturgeon have been serving Trenton for over 30 years and at the current location for 13 years, offering 2 drive-through windows, free delivery. Eddie and Clint Sturgeon have been serving Trenton for over 30 years and at the current location for 13 years, offering 2 drive-through windows, free delivery, after-hours emergency service, and vaccinations. It's almost flu season, so it's time for your flu shot. I know nobody wants either one. The flu shot takes less than 5 seconds, but the flu lasts for a week. So take your shot or take your chances. You can get the flu anywhere, but get your flu shot at Eddie's Pharmacy. No appointment needed for either one.
And we are back as you see English teeing up the football, or actually they have changed on me. English kicked the extra points, but Cooper Sykes, the sophomore, will kick this one. Peabody ready to receive, trailing 21-12. We're in the third quarter. Here's the catch, and they'll take it, and we'll plunk it down right at the 20, maybe on the 19. Peabody comes out there. 1st and 10. Terry Macklin comes out as an offensive lineman. 57, David Whitten is out there. Of course, 68 is Ed Burns. Try to give you some of these kids as we go along so you'll know who the luminaries are. During the season, those of you that listen to Dave Wade and I, we have it worked out where we both make sure we try to get the kids' names in there. I know one thing, I have more respect for color men. I always respected them after tonight doing both. Braves lead the Mets 8-5 in baseball. Here's the jet sweep coming to the right side. Strung out. Good job. USJ didn't give him anywhere to go. The running back tries to cut it up. The finishing tackle was made by Jace Barksdale, but he had help from a lot of his teammates to string that out and not let him get upfield. Coming into the ball game is number 28, Billy Wilkins. Basically 2nd and 10. Yardsticks don't move. 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 5 defensive backs. USJ has done well with this. Here's the fake handoff, quick pitch out to the left, gaining yardage, breaks a tackle. Now it's a foot race. 2 USJ men have an angle on him. Let's see if they can catch him. Spencer just takes him and shoves him, and that's all you can do. But you also had Barksdale with an angle to get him. But a great run after the catch. We want to see a replay on this one for sure. Watch him jet out of there. That is the speed merchant, Jonah Smith, the 9th grader, and he can run like somebody was chasing him with, and they were going to put something on him, and he didn't want to get caught. And when you put somebody on something, that's an old expression. I forgot. I'm so old I used some of them that Tom Fan at Jackson High and Richard Ross used. Great run, though, there. And if that was Kylan Wade, and I missed number it because both of them have a 2, but the 12. Now, here we go. Delay a game. It's down to 0 on the clock. And if you can, it'll go back to 25. It'll cost the Tide 5. That's their 4th penalty tonight. USJ only has 1 at this point. Now, I always get excited to hear a fan yelling at the officials. Here's the handoff, trying to get outside, and does a good job, makes something out of what was basically nothing to start, was the running back, and that was Wilkins. And let's see what happens on the replay. Watch Wilkins. Here's the handoff. See the guards pulling. Now he gets hit in the backfield, but makes a nice run out of it. There's a host of USJ tacklers in there. Siler Thornton with the replays, and I think that Peabody wants a timeout. We're going to take a timeout here on Worthy Road Studios.
Eddie and Clint Sturgeon have been serving Trenton for over 30 years and at the current location for 13 years, offering 2 drive-through windows, free delivery, after-hours emergency service, and vaccinations. It's almost flu season, so it's time for your flu shot. I know nobody wants either one. The flu shot takes less than 5 seconds, but the flu lasts for a week. So take your shot or take your chances. You can get the flu anywhere, but get your flu shot at Eddie's Pharmacy. No appointment needed for either one.
And we are back. And we see Landon Yarber. I may have missed him earlier, but it's the first time I remember he's in to the left along with Garrett Weber, the senior. Nobody wide to the right, but we do have a tight end. 86, Ethan Ray in the backfield as an H-back. They don't fake the give. They gave it and faked like they were going to draw it back and pass, but that's a version of the RPO where it's a run-pass option, and Driggers will read it. Sometimes it can be predetermined. But coming back in the ball game is Kylan Wade, number 2. Kylan Wade has good speed too. 3rd down and about 3.5. Short 4, long 3. Wade comes to the right along with a slot man that looks like Weber. Here comes Driggers. Will he get the yardage for the first down? He'll be close. It'll depend on the spot of the football. Do you get a left-footed spot or a right-footed spot? And let's see. It looks like, well, it'll be 4th down and it's short, very short. Driggers has got his play signaled in from the side. Wide side of the field to the left. 2 receivers come to the right. 2 men in the backfield this time with Driggers. USJ will tighten down a little bit. They bring the end off. Oh, blasting up in there is Driggers, dragging people inside the 5. A fine effort and another first down. 7th first down. And remember, during the regular season, those first downs will be sponsored, first downs by Amy Greer State Farm. Siler Thornton replay. Now, we won't get the replay this time because here comes Brother Driggers very quickly to the line of scrimmage. Brings his team up. Again, they go with 2 men in the backfield with him. The deepest being Wilkins. Of course, they've got an H-back to the right. Here's Driggers. He rides it, keeps it. Give him 6. Touchdown, Driggers. Okay, that pulls Peabody here in the third quarter back to 21-18 with the attempt for the extra point. On the kick is Derek DeHaan. The holder is Garrett Weber. And again, remember, we're in a scrimmage game. We're not rushing the kickers. Yep. That touchdown by Christian Family Medicine. And again, during the regular season, that's what you will hear all the time. And that one didn't go anywhere. So we're going to take a timeout with the Tide trailing the Bruins 21-18.
Anderson Furniture and Floor Covering would like to thank the people of Gibson County for allowing them to serve you for 70 years. During football season, there's never a better place to be than sitting in your recliner watching the game. Come visit Anderson Furniture and Floor Covering, 110 High Street in Trenton, and check out the large collection of furniture and floor coverings. Good luck and roll Tide!
Trenton Health and Rehabilitation is a newly renovated 4-star facility in Trenton. It is the only Eden and Bronze facility within 200 miles of West Tennessee. Trenton Health and Rehabilitation offers skilled and long-term services. There is a nurse practitioner in the facility 5 days a week who works in conjunction with the doctor. Virtual providers are also available. You can call at 855-4500. Trenton Health and Rehabilitation is located at 2036 Highway 45 Bypass South in Trenton. Come visit us for your rehab needs.
And we are back here at Peabody. We're going to have a different kickoff man. We're rotating and trying the kicking game out at Peabody. Colin Hickerson, who's a senior safety, is going to try it this time. Ball closer to the Peabody sideline. Nice end-over-end kick. Be fielded by Spencer. He'll go back and pick it up, but where he touched it's where they will give them the football. May bring it out to the 20, like we said there. Didn't get in on all the rules of the scrimmage today. A little different than the regular season. It'll be on their own 20, like we told you earlier. Usually that's what happens in these scrimmage games. Be 1st and 10, leading by 3 by virtue of extra points, belong to the USJ Bruins. USJ will get you their forward wall. They've got a big forward wall for Division 2A West region. They're going to give to Finch. We try to fill the gaps. Finch is so good at bouncing outside, but somebody's got a deadlock on him. And I do mean Jaden Jennings, the fine 9th grade linebacker. He held on. You get to see this play. Watch us come through the gaps. Now, this is a replay of Peabody's touchdown, so we're one play off. But it's good to see it again. 2nd and 11, or 11 and a half. 4 linemen, 1 up. He doesn't have a jersey. Stepping up. Now you got to keep. Now getting outside is Pettigrew. He's running, trying to get to the corner. He's going to run out of bounds, which is smart. You had Driggers over there. You also had Kylan Wade over there. They did a good job of making sure he didn't get any real forward progress, a loss of about 3. 3rd and 15 coming up for the Bruins. There's been 1 interception by the Peabody secondary. Last year they had a bunch of interceptions. Here's the drop back. Pettigrew holds it. He's got a receiver, Sane, open. A nice pass on a post across the middle. And Sane comes up with the catch and the 7th first down for the Bruins. Nice pass and catch. USJ quickly to the line of scrimmage. 4-man rush. Going to swing pass, and dropping it was Finch out in the right flat. So it's incomplete. Second and 10. A little limp out of Quintarius Brooks, the 11th grader, but he's ready to play. He's got man coverage over here. They hand off, sweeping left side, breaking tackles, getting close, but looks like just he may have it. That last effort may have got it for Finch. Burkett, one of the tacklers. Okay, they say his knee hit short of about 1 yard. 1 yard. That's Kevin Finch, who's a senior this year. H-back to the left. Longer count than normal. They try left, bounces back right. He's got the first down. And Finch is so good at cutting one way, keeps his head up, sees the hole, and bounces through it for another first down. Those first downs are brought to you by Amy Greer State Farm. They ran we're play behind. That was the catch before this one. Pettigrew wants to throw. He's being chased. Completes it to Davis Sane. We went for the INT, and Sane, good tackle because Sane's a big, strong young man. It'll be first down. USJ goal to go. It's a first down. They are just inside the 5, first and goal from the 5. Finch will try it. He got hit early. We got off the ball quite quickly. We'll get a replay up here, but that is that Bonds? We'll have to see. Let's see if we can see it on the replay here. Actually, that was Riley Vanderveer in there. 21-18, but USJ threatening again. They run a quick up-tempo offense. And let's see, USJ wants a timeout. And with the USJ timeout, and they lead 21-18 over Peabody. Let's take a timeout here on the Worthy Road Studios Network.
H&R AgriPower is your local Case IH dealer in Trenton, Tennessee, and a proud supporter of the Golden Tide.
Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
And we are back here. USJ threatening its second and goal from just beyond the Peabody 5. They have brought into the backfield not the Landon Yard, that's our backfield. Incomplete pass, but what I was going to tell you, Noah Spencer in there. That one was intended for Davis Sane, who's got good size as a receiver. Let's see what happens on it again. A pass rusher in his face, and all Pettigrew could do is try to lob it. Somebody missed a block. The coaches will correct it. Brings up, should be third and goal by my count. Should be, there it is, third and goal. Pettigrew with it, lobs it into the end zone, and it looks like Peabody has done it again. And the little man with all the muscle and the spirit, Quintarius Brooks, wearing number 7, gets that INT. So Brooks with an INT, and it'll go over to the 20 and be Peabody football. What a job by Brooks. And he gave away size on that one. Coming into the ball game for Peabody is number 32, Amarian Skinner. He usually lines up at tight end these last few plays. We'll see what he does there. And if I don't call 72's name out, he is not on their roster. And before I do, USJ at Jackson, or Jackson Christian at USJ, I'll have to find out. That young man has played hard for them. The version of trips, no, it's not. It was just two receivers here. Trying the left side where we had the H-back up like a wing back. Nothing doing. USJ got penetration, clogged the holes, and we couldn't bounce it outside. Looked like somebody set the corner quite well. And setting the corner, now the play and the tackles were made by other people, but Davis Gentry is doing a very good job of that. Driggers has his play. It'll be second and about 13. Some of the biggest plays for Peabody has been Driggers on the run. We had that great pass that they opened with on that early series. Here's Driggers keeping. Got a blocker in front of him. Helps his blocker along. Gets across the yard stripe. He'll be short of a first down, but it makes it a much more manageable first down opportunity. And it's not a first down, but let's watch. Watch the USJ kids circle, and a bunch of them get to the football. And our unknown soldier on the replay gets there. 3:39 and counting in this third quarter of play. Wade to the left. He's the furthest man. Looks like Weber's in the slot. End over. They're going to go strong side over there, and this is Sam Driggers, and he just powers it. Tim Tebow couldn't have done it any better. That is the 8th first down for the Golden Tide. Driggers logs a lot of yardage going back and forth to get his plays. Also, though, he plays defense. This young man's got to be in great shape. If he wasn't playing football, he might be a cross-country guy. He runs so much. Weber and Wade to the left of the formation. You got the H-back and an end over. H-back to the right side, end over left. Driggers keeps it again, breaks one tackle. It's going to be close, but they drive him back. And, of course, that tackle by Farms, who wears number 11. And something I don't want to see, that is Jason Driggers down, or I mean not Jason, that's his dad. That is Sam Driggers down on the ground. The coaching staff is out there. This is your senior quarterback. You do not want to see that. Everybody at Peabody is holding their breath right now. This is kind of, they get the helmet. The trainer is checking the left knee. I'm not going to make a diagnosis. I'm not down there. And this is very important time for Peabody. And in scrimmage games, you don't want these type things to happen. You see his buddy Ethan Ray come back out there. Both teams are down, and this is the proper way to do a situation like this. The good news is they're lifting him up. The bad news is there's a little limp, but that's better than them carrying him off, because if they were carrying him off, don't know if it's serious enough for MRI, so I'm not going to worry with that. But good training staff up here. Coaches are knowledgeable. And Driggers out. Let's see who comes in to replace him at quarterback. And we see Ethan Ray coming back out there. Garrett Weber, let's see if he is going to replace him at quarterback. See Jonah Smith coming back on. Peabody's got 17 seconds, actually about 15 now to get to the line of scrimmage. And your quarterback is going to be the young man, Jonah Smith, the 9th grader. Let's see if USJ pins their ears back and comes after him. It'll probably be a running play when you bring a new quarterback in. And Smith is going to keep it, and he's going to run to the right side, dancing, gets across the 50. And that should be enough, and it is, for another Peabody first down. So Smith, number 12, running the football. He's playing in the quarterback position. He is a ninth grader, got good speed. He's staying in there. I don't know that we will necessarily see Driggers the rest of the night. USJ goes with 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and 5 defensive backs. One of the guys will stand up there like a stand-up defensive end, plays a little wider. He'll shut that side down. Nice run it started out. USJ closes quickly. Spencer, one of them on the tackle, and Brooks the other. Well, that's not Brooks, but Spencer and McMillan is the other tackler. Davis goes out. Coming in to replace him is 21 Ryan Hutchison for USJ. Second and a long 7, short 8. Slot left with Weber in the slot. Jonah Smith, the quarterback, he keeps. He's going to run, bounce it outside. One man has the angle. He breaks that tackle, comes up, fights. He's close to the first down and may have made it. Trey Macklin seems to think he did, who is a big 10th grade lineman for Peabody. And the referees will check it and see. Gain of only 8, but it is that long 8. And, well, they're holding the chains for a minute. It is first down. 10 first downs, and that's an Amy Greer State Farm first down. And again, during the regular season, you'll get touchdown and first down calls by their sponsors. Tonight's kind of a bonus. 1st and 10 for the Tide in USJ territory. The new quarterback in, handoff not smooth, but we're going to gain yardage because running hard is the little big man Devin Bonds. London Burkett was playing quarterback that time, wearing number 3. And he comes to the sideline. He's going to get some snaps. Peabody moving the football. Looks like 2nd, 5.5, 2nd and 6. That's the end of the third quarter play with the score 21-18 in favor of the USJ Bruins over the Peabody Golden Tide. Let's take a timeout.
We're working right now for our families and our nation and all the countries.
I take great pride knowing that I'm feeding the nation and keeping the shelves full.
And we produce a lot of protein, so it's always good to keep, good food out there for the world.
The company, they provide masks, face shields, barriers.
As a team member, I feel really safe.
It feels good to help people in a time of crisis like now.
Gibson County Utility District has provided Gibson County and the surrounding area with natural gas since 1953. We pride ourselves on our dedication to the comfort and safety of our customers and the citizens of Gibson County. And as citizens, you can do your part. Always be sure to call 811 before digging in order to avoid hitting a gas line or any other buried utilities. Gibson County Utility District for better living in your community.
J&B Motors, 447 South Main in Dyer, Tennessee, will buy, sell, or trade, and even finance in-house. At J&B Motors, you can
of a real white knuckler. Our post-game show will be brought to you by J&B Motors. Some of our sponsors tonight: Trenton Light and Water, Bell Shirt and Design, Amy McLemore Realtors with Town and Country Realtors, Gibson Connect and Gibson Electric, attorney to Jennifer Finch McEwen. Also, Sally's Diner, Gibson County Animal Shelter, Jones Chevrolet and 3-Way, Alive Hydration and Spa, Aloha Pools, the Blacksmith Restaurant, Jackson State Community College, Carlock Nissan, Snookums Diner, Southeastern Termite and Pest Control, Lifeline Blood Services, Lonnie Cobb Automotive. Please go by and tell all those sponsors you appreciate them. Appreciate the people that sponsor first downs and touchdowns. And coming out, looks like Jonah Smith is going to be the quarterback this time. Some snaps since Driggers got hurt. London Burkett had several snaps. Coming wide to the left is Gunnar Haney. To the right, Landon Yarbrough. Now coming on late onto the field is Billy Wilkins, but the play clock doesn't start till and here's the pass incomplete. Now, I will tell you what has happened. If you have noticed something missing, there are no officials. We're going to get the replay, and some people, the coaches are going to try to call it themselves. This is all of the younger people are out there now. That one, you needed a side judge or a line judge, something to really determine whether that was a fumble or not. These are the young people. The older varsity starters played to a 21-18 contest through 3 quarters. This will be mostly young people. Jonah Smith and Wilkins in the backfield. We'll get some of the USJ players that's in their 3-3-5 defense. Snap gets away. Smith picks it up, loses it, gets on it, falls on it after a significant loss of probably about 16 or 17 yards. For USJ, Owen Stonecipher is on. He plays linebacker. Also out there, number 40, and that's another one of those that we don't have a number for, so we'll find out for later in the season. 16 is Aaron Tunstall. 51, Wynn Crook, a sophomore. 54 is out there, and if that is 54 and not 64, I don't have a number for them. Sometimes the younger players on the roster, they may be JV, etc. You won't always have it. Now, getting some work at defensive back, Davis Sane instead of at linebacker. Slot right, single receiver left. Smith sprints out of there, looking, wants to set up and throw, shoots it down the field. Great catch right there by number 6, Christian Melton. Young fellow went up there and got that one. Melton is a junior. And that will get it back to where it's 4th down, but it's not a first down. You still got, let's see, 3 yards, 3 full yards to go, maybe a little over 3 yards for a first down. That was a pass play that was complete. And I'm talking also to our crew up here as Paul is this, remember we said was a training session too. We just wanted you to be able to see some Tide and also Bruin football. Thank Peabody for it being played on their Facebook. Let's see who all's in the game for the Tide right now. Landon Yarborough, and the ball goes over to USJ. Nice defensive stand there. Runner tries the right side, and we'll get the new backfield. Of course, that's number 5. That is Noah Spencer running at the running back slot. Number 4, Jake Straup, the quarterback now. He's a freshman. Obviously, he is kin to his dad. 22 is a wideout, James Howell. Slot left, single receiver. Quick pass out in the flat. Made one man miss, but falling back in, here comes a finish-off tackle. 33, Hickerson finished it. Let's see if we get a replay, and we'll see who made the initial hit. I always want to get them. They fake, give the pass out there. There's the miss. Coming in, it's a young man without a number on his jersey. He hustled, though. Credit to him. 3rd and long. Here's Strap throwing the ball out there. It is complete and should be good enough for a first down. Good catch by 21, Ryan Hutchison. A 4th quarter being played by young men that hadn't gotten any or very little playing time in the early parts of the game. USJ with the football through 3 quarters of the older young men or the varsity. Bruins came out ahead 21-18. This is a scrimmage game. Both coaches will go back, make adjustments. Here's Noah Spencer running hard. He'll get a couple of tough yards. There's a bunch of Peabody guys there, and they move him back a little bit. One of those gentlemen was 73, Trey Macklin, who's a 10th grader. Spencer goes out. Here comes 23 in, Dylan Patterson for the Tide. Looks like 19 out here as a cover corner for them. That is Bonds. Quick toss to the right. Pinned against the sideline, get a couple of yards, knocked out of bounds. But that's a complete pass. Strap getting some work, getting to throw the ball, even though it was a short pass. Complete to Mills Terry. He's a sophomore for USJ. 72, our defensive guy that was in on several plays, he looks to be snapping the football for USJ. And we don't have a 74 either. He's a tackle to this side of the field. Slot to the left. H-back up in the gap there. Being flushed out of there is Strap. He gets close to the line of scrimmage, but he did a good job. Pass just a little bit behind, making the receiver get off balance a little bit, but a nice effort. It'll be 4th down for USJ. Here's the replay. Watch Strap. He made a good effort, avoided the pressure, stepped up in the pocket. Look at the Peabody secondary. They had a guy open, but they rushed him just enough to get him throw behind his receiver. And we want to thank Siler Thornton for their replay. This is a punting situation. 4th down. And we'll see who is punting for USJ. One man back, that's really all you need. Didn't have a blocker up there, and sometimes that happens, and the man that protects the kicker not there. Here's the punt. End over end wobbler. It'll come down short, bounce sideways, and picked up and dead in there. It'll be Peabody football with 7:58 to go in the 4th quarter play. Coaches will be evaluating this film. Some of them, as soon as they can get their hands on it, will, after we shake hands, do all the niceties of sportsmanship. They'll say something to the team and then go to work breaking the film down, both schools. USJ may wait till they get back. Sometimes I've seen football coaches actually break it down on the bus, depending on how they film the game. Here comes the Peabody Golden Tide. They'll bring 2 receivers to the right of their formation. They bring Yarborough and Albee. Hand off to the running back, and this one's going to get stacked up, but a nice effort to gain maybe a yard, a half yard, but could have been a loss. See Ross Elliott on the offensive line for Peabody wearing 72. We mentioned Tunstall, Aaron Tunstall in on defense playing a corner for USJ. 46 now in at one of those down linemen for USJ. It's Barrett Shelton. He's a freshman. Got a lot of youngsters out there. Coming to the right is Gunnar Haney. I believe that's Tim Haney's son, director of schools here at Peabody. They've strung the run out as Jonah tried to get, and he's going to maybe lose a yard on that one. It's going to bring up 3rd down, though. Third down and about 9.5, maybe just 9. Get a replay here, Siler Thornton. Chandler Milan wearing 71, a 9th grader for Peabody, is out there. Looks like Carson Moore wearing 64 in at nose for the Bruins. Smith looks him over, gets the snap, fakes, keeps, sprints left, got a receiver out there, and that is Haney, Gunnar Haney with the catch in the 1st down. 1st down, Golden Tide. Here comes more young men on for them. 17, Luke Smith is getting out there. We'll see if we can pick up some more of them. Try to get as many of these young men as we can. 35, Miles Horton is out there for USJ. 32, Owen Stonecipher. We called his name a while ago, but we'll give him another call. 87, Jackson Hayes, the freshman wide receiver and defensive back, out playing defense in the secondary. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Watch the linebacker, see if they come fill that gap. They got good penetration. They kind of blew up our play. It's going to lose yardage, but it could have been worse. Christian Melton in on that tackle along with Barrett Shelton and several more of the USJ Bruins. Brings up 2nd and 10. You see the three-man front. The linebackers will always be very active in this. Got a receiver to the right, Luke Smith. Two receivers to the left. Jonah Smith, your quarterback. And a good run right up the middle. Close to first down yardage. It will depend on the spot. What a nifty run by the running back, number 28, Billy Wilkins, who's had some other good runs tonight. Coaches out here, because these are the younger ones, and USJ's coaches have chosen not to come out, which is fine. They can do that. And sometimes when you got a lot of young players like Peabody does, you come out and stand behind them and work the scrimmage. 3 down linemen going against the 6-man blocking front. 5 of them are interior linemen. Here's snap to Smith. He fakes the run, juices it up, going to throw it down the field. That one knocked around and incomplete. That one looked like we were at a volleyball tournament. Here's the replay on that one. Watch Smith. He gets the snap, fakes, steps up. That one a little short. Coaches will point that out, and they'll talk to him about footwork and some things like that. And then the ball goes over to USJ. No, we've got one more play. They got first down over there. Not sure why, but oh, here comes the run. Nice run over the left side by 15, Devin Bonds. Check the replay out. Watch Bonds, and he gets good body lean and drives the tackler back. The tackler was Mills Terry. It's 3rd down. I knew I was right about the 3rd down now. We'll try to check the time. Running clock, minute 39. Haney comes to the right. 5 defensive backs, 3 linebackers, 3 down people for USJ. Here's Smith wanting to crank it up, throws it short. It looks complete. We'll make sure. I'm looking through a frosted window right now. It's kind of got a little moisture on it and stuff. It's hot outside and cooler inside. Pass is complete, but it brings up a 4th and 1. Nice throw and catch. 4th and 1 with a minute 2 and counting on the clock. Here, it's a snap. Smith gives straight ahead. It's going to be a first down, but we're going to have to hustle to the line of scrimmage, or the clock will run out. This is a running clock, 40 seconds, and May can get 1 or 2 more plays off. And when you're dealing with the younger ones, it takes a little longer to send the plays in, and even though you're out there talking to them, they're learning tonight, just like our crew has done a good job. They're learning. They've asked good questions. And hopefully you enjoyed the scrimmage game. This time the football was kept. It was supposed to be a RPO, run pass option, and they read, and the fullback clamped down on it, and time's going to run out as we finish. Now, the three-quarter score was 21-18. Neither one of the JV teams score. It was a final score. We're going to come back here to Peabody for the post-game show brought to you by J&B Motors. We'll be back after this timeout for the post-game show, the J&B Motors post-game show.
J&B Motors, 447 South Main in Dyer, Tennessee, will buy, sell, or trade, and even finance in-house. At J&B Motors, you can even enjoy a lifetime warranty. J&B is a complete dealer with a mechanic shop and a detail shop. Just travel to Dyer, 447 South Main, or visit the website at jbmotorsllc.com. J&B Motors doesn't care about your credit. They care about you, their customers. J&B Motors, 447 South Main, Dyer. State Farm agent Amy Greer, 308 South College Street in Trenton, is where the customer's needs always come first. When life storms hit your home or your family, you're able to rest easy when you deal with a 30-year professional, Amy Greer at State Farm in Trenton. Your North Gibson local agency serving Trenton, Dyer, Rutherford, Bradford, Kenton, and Yorkville. See Amy or Scarlett Davis Smith or Courtney Tyree Williams. Amy Greer, State Farm, Trenton.
With extra pandemic unemployment funding coming to an end in Tennessee, you should not hesitate to find a job that pays what you need and treats you well, because those jobs are going to go as quickly as gasoline in a shortage. Apply today at McLean Power Systems in Trenton. Make your next career move to McLean today by texting POWER to 67664. That's POWER to 67664. McLean Power Systems is an equal opportunity employer.
Now, folks, we thought the game was over and evidently it didn't. They decided
serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive,
this
Jackson.
Would actually be the fifth quarter. Yeah, they play sometimes 5 quarters. This looks like the younger people for
serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
If you work outside or in a facility with no AC, or you're just struggling with this year's heat wave, it can really take a toll on your body and health. At Live Hydration Drip Spa, we can help.
And they're going to get at least 2 quarters in by the USJ stay with their spread. They run an up-tempo offense. As soon as the play signaled in, they'll be ready to go. They won't move as quite as fast. You'll see 32s playing. The snap rolls back there. Pass is incomplete. Playing quarterback for USJ now is Corbin Howard. Corbin Howard is playing the quarterback spot. Let's see if we got any other people that are new in there. '59 Harrison Shankle in on the offensive line. Peabody playing with 4 down linemen right now. Here's a handoff to the running back. He's got close to a first down, breaks it, and he'll get a first down for USJ. Driven out of bounds by one of the young men. Here's a replay of it. This is Colin Hickerson running the football, looking. He breaks past the first wave of tacklers, gets hit and driven out of bounds, but picks up the first down for USJ. Hickerson back, okay, the receiver and the quarterback that time, that was miscommunication. I think he wanted either the fade or the back shoulder throw. And the receiver broke it off. He read something different. And these receivers, even in high school now, they and the quarterback have to read the coverages. Second down. Here's the snap. Coming out of the pocket. Long pass downfield and to an open receiver, and then now if they call it a fumble, the ground cannot cause a fumble. London Burkett wears number 3. He was the quarterback that threw it. Now let's watch it again on replay. He's got possession. Well, it started slinging out on the other side, but they blew it dead. Here's USJ with a first down, moving the football. Handoff to the running back. Nice solid tackle, but he gets up a couple of tough yards. Running the ball, Garrison Brown, a 10th grader. Sure do miss my color man, and y'all will be glad Terry's here with Dan, because those of us that do play-by-play, our color men are very important for replays and for time. Now, this time it is the official. You see the official line. They wanted to give USJ one offensive series, and they did that. A good display of sportsmanship by both teams. And, of course, we'll have some highlights, I believe, and what we're going to do is we're going to send you to the J&B Motors post-game show for sure this time. We'll take that time out and have the post-game show.
If you work outside or in a facility with no AC, or you're just struggling with this year's heat wave, it can really take a toll on your body and health. At Live Hydration Drip Spa, we can help you recover with our Beat the Heat special for only $59. Call or visit us online today to set your appointment.
Looking for a new and exciting career? At Jackson State Community College, we offer nationally recognized, top-rated programs designed to greenlight your career for success. With courses available in the health sciences, nursing, computer technology, and much more, your next step towards a career starts here at Jackson State. Learn how Jackson State Community College can greenlight your future at greenlightyourfuture.com.
Trenton Light and Water Department provides electric, water, and wastewater services for customers inside the city limits of Trenton. We support all Trenton Special School District endeavors, academic, athletic teams, band, and extracurricular clubs and activities. Roll Tide and Lady Tide from Trenton Light and Water. We are honored to serve all the citizens of Trenton.
At Lonnie Cobb Ford, we now give you a warranty for life on the engine and transmission. That's right, a warranty for life at no cost to you. Unlimited time, unlimited mileage, but it's only at Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country. Buying a car is all about you. In person, over the phone, or online, we make it simple and easy. Our place or yours, no matter where you live. LonnieCobbFord.com or Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
And we are back here for the post-game show, the J&B Motors post-game show. I hope you have had an interesting time. This was a scrimmage game, not a real one. We didn't return kicks. They didn't rush the punters and things, and there were some different rules. We got caught with them being kind and giving USJ an extra series, which balanced things out. And in just a moment, you can see the Peabody team, and they're teaching, they're talking. They're not fussing at those kids. There's encouragement. USJ is doing the same thing about 20 yards away, and these coaches are teaching coaches. They encourage their kids. It was a final through 3 quarters, we'll call it 21-18. The JVs, or the younger players, did not score any. But let's go to the Lee Hayes Memorial highlights from the Lee Hayes Memorial Foundation. And we'll pick those up. And again, this is a training session. And you see that. Now, you're going to have that in your regular season games where it gets big and explodes the Amy Greer first down. And that's something that y'all want to watch for. I like that. Here we go. This is going to be should be a touchdown pass, or actually a run. I'm sorry. I had it in front of me. This is Finch. This is a good job by him. Peabody makes the effort. Finch has an extra gear to throw it in at about the 7 or 8 yard line. Fine young running back. They found a hole, but also the Peabody effort was good there too. And I presume we just got one play on highlights. There should be a pass play unless we scratch that one. Let's see. We've got a pass play we want you to see coming up. Oh, a nice pass. Driggers, watch this run now. Juke, make the guy miss. Accelerate. Jonah Smith going. Look at him. Only one man with the push will get him. The one guy might have had the angle, but what a nice throw, catch, and excellent run. And there are your Lee Hayes Memorial highlights. Okay, we're going to bonus you tonight, folks. You get an extra one. Our young people have worked overtime to prepare you one more highlight. Here it goes, and it'll come up as a replay. USJ has the football. Pettigrew looks, throws into the end zone, and this is an interception. What a job by I love him because of his size and the effort he gives. Quintarius Brooks with the INT. And what a job. You see the players and the coaches breaking up. Good job by both teams, very sportsmanlike. Two of the better teams in West Tennessee that will go a long way in the state playoff system. Peabody, of course, has won several state titles. But let me give you a little quick history here. Anybody out there listening, if you can, if I was doing your broadcast regularly, do you remember when Ken Oster was your quarterback under Walter Kilzer? Do you remember, and I wish I could remember his name, when Lawhorn was the big lineman that played here, and I believe he went to UCLA. And, of course, football has come down. Tim had some great years in the 90s, and Joe Gaddis was here. The coach that came out of Mississippi for 1 year, his name escapes me. And what you've got here is a very fine young man coaching, Shane Jacobs. Gets a little help from his wife and Meredith. I'm not going to get you in trouble, Meredith. He does a good job. Well, Coach Strapp has a background, too, from USJ. He, I believe, played at Adamsville. He can correct me if I'm wrong. He's been an assistant. He was head coach over at Scotts Hill and took a dormant program and really made something out of it. Came to USJ and has continued their tradition. Very quickly, before I cover our people, I want you to please thank our sponsors. Like J&B Motors, the post-game show. I'm going to give you the pregame, Tyson Food, and all that. But Bell Shirt and Design, Trenton Light and Water, Amy McLemore, Realtor with Town & Country Realtors, Gibson County Electric and Connect, Attorney Jennifer Finch and McEwen, Gibson County Animal Shelter, Sally's Diner, Jones Chevrolet and Three-Way, Alive Hydration and Spa, Aloha Pools, the Blacksmith Restaurant, Jackson State Community College, Carlock Nissan, Snookums Diner, Southeastern Termite and Pest Control, Lifeline Blood Services, Lonnie Cobb. Now, remember all of the good things that those of you at Peabody, and y'all have some equally good things coming to you at USJ, like starting lineups, McLean Power Systems here. You've seen your replay sponsor, Siler Thornton. And, of course, the corner logos are Elite Dental, Eddie's Pharmacy, Dynamics, and Anderson Furniture and Floor. And you saw that we were trying to hold it so you'd be excited. The first game, the Amy Greer State Farm thing that comes up and explodes. What a treat that's going to be. Christian Family Medicine is going to sponsor all these Peabody touchdowns they get. USJ, you've got some sponsors like that too. First quarter was sponsored by Duncan's Pharmacy. Second quarter, Trenton Health and Rehabilitation. Third quarter by Anderson Furniture and Floor Coverings. Fourth quarter by H&R Agri-Power and the International Harvester Farm Dealer. Of course, halftime, Gibson County Utility and Lee Hayes Memorial Foundation. Now, Paul, I hope everybody's up there because I would hate to leave one of these outstanding young people that were training. They were willing to come here. But I'm going to tell you that this is a copyrighted Worthy Road Studios 2022 broadcast. The executive producer is the one and only Paul Schultze. It was produced by Christopher Reasons and Stephanie Janda, who's going to be producers all season on different games. One will work with me, directed by Corey Moore and Ashley Janda. The play-by-play and color announcer, I took both jobs. David Wade, Terry Clement, where are you? But anyway, assistant director and replay, Olivia Barlow and Adriana. Also, cameras, Eric Inman, Billy Boland, and this broadcast will remind you is copyrighted. Now, please pay attention to this. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or further use of this contest without the expressed written consent of Worthy Road Studios is prohibited. We want to say thanks for your time this time. Till next time, good night all.